Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan. Whoopee!
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 561.
Hey,
Yo.
it is show number 561. God, that's a lot. Of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Wearing her 9-year Tom and Dan shirt, wearing a semantics hoodie.
I forgot what I'm wearing.
No, that's
It's the BDM hoodie with
BDM
the big,
hoodie.
pyramid on the back.
Travis Butler is here. Hello, Travis Butler.
Hello.
Hello. You all right? You all right?
All right.
You all right? You all right?
Oh, no.
Gonna be one of those days, guys. Everybody's sick. Everybody's got the coronas, the flu, the colds, venereal
Yeah.
diseases, HPV, AIDS.
Yeah. AIDS doesn't seem that bad
Oh,
now.
he's coughing.
I'll take the AIDS.
No.
Who's coughing?
Who's coughing? Dun, 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 dun,
We can do
dun,
that.
dun, dun, dun,
When
dun,
do
dun.
we're gonna have to pivot the segment? Who's porking that we do for our corporate time?
Someone that
when
gets ill?
Well, famous people are gonna get ill, and
Oh, yeah.
you're jumping to something that I wrote down in my phone and forgot to tell you. I mean,
dying?
I want to do a Corona pool on famous people because they're gonna
Okay.
get it, but it's gonna be older
Yeah.
celebrities.
But they got the monies. They can get rid of it.
No, you can't get rid of it. You got to go through it. You just got to play it out, right? I know, but I know you guys probably we're all kind of done with it, right? We've been inundated, beat over the head
Yeah.
with it. You can't go to the supermarket without walking down, like yesterday. I was going to get some microfiber cloths, walked down the aisle, and just like after a hurricane, or before a hurricane rather, not after a hurricane, before a hurricane, and here in Florida, for those of us that deal with this, you walk through the aisles and you look where water and batteries are, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I go down there. All I wanted was, and I kind of feel, I think
What
your
do people
wife's...
need batteries for if they get the coronavirus?
No. This was during a hurricane.
Oh.
I'm just
They,
saying.
they think it's like an
I
end
thought
of the...
you meant now. It's like
No,
that
no,
too.
now-
Okay.
like now-
I'm sure
when-
people... They,
Builders.
I wanted microfibers. I wanted Lysol spray just to clean, just normal cleaning products.
Yeah.
And this really has very little to do, if anything to do, with Corona, and nothing. That whole aisle is just decimated.
Yeah.
It's gone.
People panic and then they go out and they think it's like an end of the world scenario because everybody has different levels of paranoia, and the extreme paranoid think that this will be the end of the world. So
I'm
they
surprised
start
Samantha
hoarding.
hasn't started hoarding. You're a panicker, right?
She's more afraid of serial killers.
Yeah.
Being murdered. Yeah.
That's
Virus
not-
is not
no.
there.
Not scared of the virus.
Yeah.
The virus is coming. The serial killer? Not coming.
It's like
He's not coming.
Although her
It's
chance
more
of
than
being
just
murdered
serial
for her
killers.
goods
It's also rapists
is,
and general pieces
Well,
of
they're
shit.
coming. The rapists are, but not the murderers. No.
Yeah. So everybody, and it's like Daniel is more afraid of liver cancer than he is coronavirus.
Right.
I'm all the cancers.
Speaking of that, we're gonna have Seth Petrocelli on the show today.
Yes, he was
and,
scheduled to appear. I was excited to see him. I actually pulled some news for him.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to him about Felicia Spencer's fight and her victory.
Yes.
Wahoo.
And her brand new their announcement that she will be fighting for the championship against Amanda Nunes coming up. What is it, May 9th or something like that?
I think it
8th?
is
That's right around the corner.
May 20?
Yeah,
Right around the
I don't
corner.
know.
So it's pretty impressive because I was thinking about this earlier.
Oh, it is May 9th, yeah.
And we'll call Seth. Seth came down with the flu. He
He got
went,
swabbed and everything.
yeah, he got the regular flu, so he's at home.
I'm going to say he's got corona.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
you're
get
just gonna,
now.
you're just
we'll
gonna
get him
freak
good.
him
I'm going to
out.
bully him crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, how many times do you think he's cried?
He does have a weak immune system, so.
Again, though, with hypochondriacs, you're more afraid of the terminal cancers that are rare than you are the flu and the virus.
So you don't think he's concerned at all about this? He's concerned about things that will never happen.
Yeah. He's concerned about his, having some sort of dementia from getting too many concussions, or ALS and bone cancer. All the
leukemia,
crazy rare disease.
Polio.
Cancers. Yeah. The flu. I'm
He's
sure
in the wheelchair FDR style.
Though his symptoms of the flu immediately caused him to go to the doctor,
right.
Which then he says, I got the flu. We'll call him in a minute. But going back to Felicia, fighting for the championship in May, I mean, I was thinking about this because I watched Felicia, basically, from back in the day when we did that bit.
You got punched by her, so you've been able to see sort of the trajectory of everything. I mean, you've seen it from year one till now, and
I don't know when she started, but back then
that was very, very early on for her.
Earlier on in her career, and then
some might say you catapulted her to success.
No, but it was.
I mean,
had one of her first punch my face.
Had she not sparred with you, would she be the fighter she is now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Because fighting a man, there's a difference.
There is a difference.
You gave her the confidence to go forward.
Yeah, I think we have to take credit for her entire career and Seth's entire gym success.
I am already.
And until it stops,
I take credit for Seth's career.
Yeah, until it stops succeeding, which it will.
Then I won't take credit
unless he lets us pilot the ship a little more.
Yeah, exactly.
You need more gay murals on the side of your wall.
Punching a fat radio guy does elevate you to the top of the top.
Well, some would say that appearing on, Orlando's most popular and most heard podcast would probably bode well for, people signing up for your gym.
She's got way more followers than all of us combined.
but our followers are pure and true. They're genuine.
So
they're concentrated. One of our followers is 7 of their followers.
But seeing someone and this it's impossible to do unless you're older, because you really have to see it. Someone's whole career, their start.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Carmen Morales, her success. We saw her just hit the road and just hustle and work.
I remember when locally she was just hosting.
Yeah.
And just doing a hosting gig at Other Bar or, some other comedy place.
And her career is obviously not done yet, and she's still, climbing higher. But, with just what she's accomplished now, it's cool to see someone work hard, start from nothing, and then get to where they dreamed of getting. And I'm sure Felicia, and we'll have her on the show before she fights for the championship. But, man, you work, and most people don't get to do that. You training for something, and that's your goal, to get to the top. I mean, there's no more higher achievement than fighting in the championship at your weight level of the biggest fight organization in the world.
That's a featherweight championship, correct?
Yeah.
So
how long until she doesn't talk to us anymore? Because that's
after she wins the championship.
I think so.
No. She's not that type of person.
She's already on Cameo.
No, but she's not that type of person.
She's on Cameo?
Yes, dude.
She's just not that type of person. Oh, by the way, an update. I scheduled you and I actually a conference with Cameo to put both of us on there so we could do videos for our listeners and receive money, and they denied our request. Not famous enough. Not famous enough. That's a true story.
Yeah, we'll do our own Cameo.
And that was 2 years ago.
How do they determine?
I don't know, but it was
you are?
2 years ago when we were buying the fake videos for Lee, and we're like, "Congratulations on getting fired, you fat piece of shit!" And we're getting Chum Lee and all and we're doing pranks. And I was like, "Well, I'll just put," and I linked it to your Facebook, my Facebook. I said, "Hey, look at us," and they were like, "Nah."
I think you could do it via your Twitter because you have a blue check.
I do have a blue check. Am I the only one on the
certified?
Yeah,
now the only reason I
Verified
have
or
a blue
whatever.
check before all of you in here want to jack me off and 69 me, I will say that the only reason I have that is because somebody was impersonating me on Twitter. I wrote to Twitter because somebody brought it to my attention. And they gave me a blue check and deleted that account. That's the only reason I have it. I don't have it because
But
I'm
use
famous.
it to your advantage.
I don't have it because I'm anything in this town. Tom was right. I'll never be shit for shit. What was it? I always get it wrong. You'll never be shit in this town.
yeah, something like that.
Or you'll never be shit to anyone in this town, you piece of shit. It was very
all of
neat.
that.
Yeah, all of that.
Although I did at once, someone tried to get me verified as a because a bit for the show because I was like, there's someone impersonating me because Tuddle has that Drunky the Bear.
Oh, I thought Linda, our publicist, was trying to do it. Yeah.
And
but then she's doing her own podcast now. She ain't got time for you.
no,
man.
she did. She contacted them. Look at someone's impersonating. No, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
Someone has our Instagram too.
Yeah, somebody has our Instagram too. But anyway.
So you can go ahead
Okay.
and give Seth a call because I asked him if we could call him. He's sick at home.
You think his girlfriend is staying home and like taking care of him and stuff like that?
Nah. That's not a young girl's game.
Do you think he's laying in the bed with his puppy? And do you think he's as like most guys are? Like Samantha's husband is deathly ill. You've been ill.
Yeah.
Last week I had an allergy flare up. Yesterday I was nosebleed crazy. Butler, you've been all right, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
You're holding okay. Sam's
Butler will
holding
get
okay.
what I've been coughing all over.
Yeah,
his
you're
desk.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
I
Sauna,
started
baby.
coughing this morning though, and I'm nervous about it.
Oh yeah. It's just
He's not picking up.
Everybody's sick. He probably doesn't he doesn't know that we're gonna call him from the studio line.
It went to his voicemail.
No.
What's his voicemail sound like? He's like,
It
hey,
was, nah, it's just a robot.
you're calling about my car. Oh, he doesn't do like a thing. Yeah, but everybody's sick and everybody's like freaked out.
Yeah. Well, it's flu season and I don't know.
He's calling back.
No,
if you want to pick
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Line one, yeah.
Seth.
Yeah.
Oh, you sound terrible, man. I'm so sorry. Poor baby.
I feel like poo-poo.
How old are you?
My baby.
Go take care of him, Dan.
Daniel has this thing where he's like feels horrible for people when they because every day I walked in, he's like, "How are you feeling? Like feel like shit?" He's like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." I'm like, "That's fine."
Well, it's called compassion and love.
And empathy.
I know, but you're
it's what humans do for other humans.
Whatever.
You know, like
He's a robot.
Yeah, Samantha comes in and says, "My husband is sick." I go, "Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Please tell him I hope he feels better because it's a genuine fucking caring for other people."
Well, he's not dying. He doesn't have a
Doesn't
cancer.
I
matter.
tell Tom, he just goes, "Uh-oh." That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't want any.
Never looks up from his phone.
I don't want any of my friends to be sick. I care about my friends. I love my friends.
Yeah, it's not that bad though. It's you got a little flu. You can stay home. You get a fever. You watch some Netflix. You're fine. You know, it's not
Yeah, but the thing is, I went to the doctor and they don't check for the coronavirus. Like that's not a thing that they test. He's like, it doesn't matter if you do have it. The only difference is I'd quarantine you, but it doesn't matter because you get over it the same. I'm like, okay.
What?
Well, they quarantine
I don't
you.
think
That's the
that's good
difference.
advice.
Oh, man,
the difference is we quarantine you, but don't worry about it.
Why'd you even
don't
ask
mingle
that?
with the public.
I'd be too embarrassed.
And
to
why
have
is a
that.
hypochondriac going to Dr. Casual?
Right.
You know, like this guy's
yeah.
like totally cool. He's like, it's no big deal.
Well,
dude.
because he knows I'm like that, so he tries to calm me down.
Okay, so
he's
he's
like,
your GP, so he knows all
Yeah.
your little. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you? Why'd you even mention that? Because you're.
Because I was scared of it. As soon as I started feeling a scratch in my chest, I was like, I'm fucking dead.
I know what that feels like. I know what that feels.
and
I did it last night, but mine was just like I just looked down and I thought my thumb was red, and I was like, I have an infection going to my heart.
thumb was
and I was
red.
pooping when I did it. I'm like, well, I'm gonna die in this toilet because the infection's going up my arm right to my heart.
I wonder if that gets worse. Although I rarely encounter like old hypochondriacs.
Because I'm dead.
yeah. But something
Something got him.
So Seth, you probably got sick from the travel, correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Because I
Or
remember
eating
the last
ass.
night after Felicia's fight, I got like, by the time we got done with all the interviews and all the bull crap, it was so late. And then I had to get up at like 4:30 a.m. for the flight. So I got like 2 hours sleep that last night. I remember just being drained. And then I guess just from the travel and being drained from no sleep, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been sick. 12 years it's been since I've had a flu. Like the flu, I guess. Because I remember the last time I had it, it was really bad.
Yeah, you wear your immune system down, then you
He
get,
wears his immune system on his sleeve, Tom.
then you get
Yeah.
in a tube in a plane, everybody's sick, then you touch shit, you get sick. It's
Yeah. Are you supposed to wear a
inevitable.
mask on a plane?
Nah, I'm fine.
Because
The doctor gave me, as soon as I walked in, the doctor gave me a mask. She's like, oh, you're here for, you have flu-like symptoms. Here you go, take this.
Yeah.
She gave me a mask. I had to put the mask on.
they did that to me too, and I sent pictures to everybody. I was sitting in the waiting room of like Guidewell, and I'm sitting out there with a fucking mask on. Everybody looks at you like you're a dickhead. They're like, you're killing the world. They look at you like you're killing the world.
Yeah,
I didn't create this.
So, Seth, real quick, tell us about the Felicia fight. And, it's funny because I text Seth. I always feel bad. I want some inside gambling advice. So I text Seth the day of the fight.
Yeah, when he's busy.
Right.
That's smart.
Yeah,
That's
when I'm busiest.
Yeah, you're a wonderful friend. Doesn't care when you're sick. Only wants gambling advice. You know what? You're the good one.
Do people want General Niceties? And it's not like because I text them like
I think they do.
He doesn't know the concept of friendship.
But here's the thing: when you get rid of General Niceties, then you're left with where we are right now. Look at the world. Nobody's nice to each other
That's
because of
true.
people like you.
No, everybody.
I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing back General Niceties. In fact, I'm
You're
changing
too
my
nice.
You are
name to
General
General Niceties. That's my name.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of nonsense.
And I'm a little general, and I ride in a Corvette with a cartoon penguin.
So
Every day.
I asked Seth. I was like, "Hey, first round, knockout, submission. What's the plan here?" Because they didn't release the goddamn odds of like you said, until the day of where you could actually bet on first round, second round, third round, manner of winning if it's going to go to decision. I wanted some inside info on the fight strategy.
Now that I don't blame you. I mean, yeah.
But I also want to let him know that it's not just about me and my gambling. That I'm like, I'm rooting for you. So
I win.
So I also said, how you doing?
Hold on a second. That's a breakthrough.
But I only said it because.
Wait, I don't know if you actually said that. I'm reading back right now.
He's got the receipts. He's got the
wow,
receipts.
this motherfucker saves his text.
No, his exact text was Felicia by submission? First round? Good luck tonight.
I said good luck. I threw in the good luck.
Wow, everybody.
I didn't believe it.
No, that doesn't count.
Give him some applause.
There were 2 questions
General Niceties.
before good
See,
luck. There were
I'm
2.
changing my ways.
You really are. I am so impressed.
Yeah,
you know what? Pizza party.
I threw in a good
Party.
luck. So
Pizza party.
I wouldn't be a piece of shit, selfish robot. And I did throw a little bit of money on the TKO, KO. I think it was like plus 450.
And you won a little bit, right?
I won a little bit.
Hey, can I bet now?
Wait, because that's what I wrote you back. The thing I wrote back was TKO first round, and that's exactly what happened.
I know. But although I was afraid to bet too heavy because then I was like, of course you're saying that because that's what you want to happen. But
Then
is
why
that
even fucking ask him, Tom? He gives us advice.
I asked
it's
everybody
the correct advice, and he's like, yeah, but that's just what you want.
Hold on,
Why even ask
Hold on,
him?
what
I
you're
asked you a
doing.
question.
Hold on, I'm having a moment, and you're going to see what's happening right now. You ask Seth, who was highest level MMA fighter, friend of the show, for his advice, right? He gives it, you ignore it. It's what Seth and I do with doctors. It's the same shit. We go there.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same shit. We go there. We're like, what's wrong with it? Nothing's wrong with you. We leave there and we're like, that motherfucker doesn't know shit.
That's what I do.
It's the same. You know what?
you're
We're more
right.
alike than we are different, everybody.
But
we
I
really
do,
are.
But I do it with every human.
Dan Dennis,
Which is
2020.
bad. So after the fight, Seth, now, of course, they recently announced that she'll be fighting for the championship against Nunez.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that was kind of going to happen? Because for a minute there were some stories about maybe what was that other
Megan
fighter?
Anderson?
Megan Anderson. Yeah, because
Yeah,
she
like a
won
rematch or
she won her fight too, so they're like, who are they going to give the shot to? And it was clear to all of us, like, of course, Felicia deserves.
I think so. Yeah.
She beat Megan.
Well, I'll give you guys some inside info. So all day yesterday, as I was shitting myself in bed, sweating to death, I was doing some negotiations with. So we all have a little chat. Me, Mike Lee, the other coach, and Felicia were kind of going back and forth with what the UFC started offering her and what was going on and all that stuff. So all day yesterday was doing that, and they were actually talking to Megan too. So it was kind of a toss-up between the two of who was going to fight her, and they went with Felicia, which is awesome.
Okay, I mean it makes
Probably because we negotiated.
So those negotiation process, is it just like, of course, Felicia would take the fight. Would there be any reason why she wouldn't?
It was just short notice. It's only 2 months away. It's in her hometown in Brazil. We weren't thrilled about going to Brazil. Those are the things that were kind of weighing on us, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
I saw.
But she's on a high right now. She's doing great right now. There's no reason to rush anything, you know?
And with her last fight, she dominated her opponent and didn't take any hits or any injury. Right? She was perfectly fine. Yeah.
Right. But it's the training camp that wears you down. I mean, once you start training for a fight, it's not the fight that does it. It's the training. It's 8 weeks leading up to it that tears your body down.
So is Felicia like immediately now in training mode again?
No. Excuse me. I haven't been in there the past couple of days, but I don't think she has either. I think she's going to start back next week, actually.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So she took like a week off and hanging out, relaxing, and then it's going to get back into it.
Now, Seth, me and Daniel were talking about this too. Like, if she fights Nunez, she wins. She's the champion.
Yeah, featherweight champ.
What kind of doors does that open up for her? Like, is that when endorsement money comes in? Is that when, like, she can start? I mean, how does the business work of, like, being a champion?
There's stuff coming in already. Like, she's getting just every day about, like, getting, not money, I guess, as much, but more, like, lots of free stuff, which is cool. But not, money's better. But
yeah.
I'm assuming once she does win the belt, that's when, like, big endorsements start coming in, something like that, especially with more of what the UFC offers, like the Reebok stuff and all that sort of thing. So I think she'll be getting more of that money as well.
And for will she get paid more for this fight because it's for the championship?
Oh, yeah, a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Is that public? Like, do they let the people know, like, what, like...
I think they release it after the fight. They release it, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they do it before. They do it after because it's public knowledge. So I believe they release it after.
Does UFC pay pretty well for that? Like, 6 figures, something like that, or less?
Yeah, no, it's 6 figures.
Nice.
Good
Nice
for
payday.
her,
Yeah. And Seth, I don't know, because you're around. You've been training Felicia since the start, but me and Daniel were talking about before that, on the show when the show started, that watching someone's rise to this is pretty impressive.
Over years and years.
Yeah. Starting
because I remember the first time I was out there with you. I remember.
Yeah. Like back in the day, fucking around with the Predators fight.
I can remember meeting her for the first time, and it's kind of insane to think that she went from, like, I'm guessing, just a student to deciding she wanted to do professionally, and then...
Yeah, she was like a little 18, 19-year-old girl.
That's insane to me, man. Like, it's so cool to see, like, that evolution.
So, Seth, is it just about her work ethic and then obviously mixed with some talent? Like, could someone else with that work ethic achieve this, or does Felicia have, like, the genetic talent mixed with an insane work ethic, and that's what you need? Or could someone, besides from Felicia, work her way up to this? Because I don't.
I got you. No, it's definitely a combination of the two. Nobody in that gym, even the fighters, come to. Okay, so we have pro class, which is where we just go and beat the shit out of each other for an hour and a half, Mondays and Fridays. And a lot of fighters just come to that. We want them to come to the regular classes, do the regular jiu-jitsu classes for technique and kickboxing classes for technique. And Felicia's like one of the only persons that come to all those technique classes. Not the only. There's others as well, but that says a lot that she still does those and the pro class as well. So she has insane work ethic for sure. And obviously you mix that with her talent, and that's what happens.
The other thing that I see with her that's, like, interesting is, and you can see it when you meet her. So if any of our listeners ever get a chance to meet her, you'll see it. She's very cool. She's almost like a quarterback in the coolness. Those quarterbacks that you've seen that are really, really good that are just like, they seem very calm. I'd love to know what her, with as much cardio as she does and how physically fit she is, I'd love to know what her resting heart rate is. She just seems cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like she gets rattled. Now, you see her day in and day out, Seth. Am I accurate with kind of what I'm seeing?
Wait, hang on. Oh, God. I just had to blow a huge chunk of shit out my nose.
Wait, you're now sniffing ass too?
Don't put the shit up your nose.
Yeah, that's not good.
He blows his girlfriend's turds out of his nose.
It's all like blood mixed with boogies.
Yeah, my nose has been bleeding crazy, dude. But yeah, is she that? Is she arguably that cool?
No, yeah, she's the cool. Honestly, she's such a chill person.
And that helps you, right?
In the gym and out of the gym.
Because you don't want that. You don't want that adrenaline spike.
Yeah, no. Even like right before the fight, it's literally like the most low key, chill back locker room ever. Like, she's not like screaming, which is fine if she did that.
Yeah, because different people have different styles. I just feel like, personally, I kind of feel like, and I don't know anything about anything. Tom tells me that every day. But I kind of feel like in MMA, if you can reserve as much energy as humanly possible and stay, like, focused, I think you'd actually be good at it, Tom. Because you don't really get rattled that much. You know, like, if you could just stay calm, I feel like you're reserving all that, like, I'm going to beat your face in energy. It just makes sense.
Yeah, but
it's like science.
Right.
My adrenaline would spike as soon as I stepped into the ring, and you know.
And then you get one of those awkward boners.
I do get adrenaline boners.
Yeah, you get adrenaline boners all the time.
Don't ride a roller
and it's
coaster.
Weird stuff too. It's like
oh my god,
it's weird stuff. It's like his wife called him to tell him how great Tommy did on a test. You know, and he starts getting a fucking erection.
Adrenaline boner.
I'm so happy my son is smart. Oh, here it comes. Oh, I gotta jerk this. Get my plan.
Everybody leave.
Yeah, give me my jerking plan. My son just got 100 on his spelling test.
So Seth, you got the flu. They told you they swabbed your throat and all that.
Oh yeah.
They swabbed my nose. They stuck it right up my nose.
And it hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker, man. Because they get you in the brain. It goes all the way back. It touches. They go right on your brain.
Yeah, and she's like, is it wet yet? Is it wet yet? I'm like, well, what do you mean? Yeah, you're up my fucking nose. It's wet. Like,
why'd she ask you?
Is it wet yet? Push it out. Yeah, push it. Blow cum bubbles.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think that there's an easier way to test for the flu, but they make it a little bit painful to deter people from going in and getting tested all the time because it's a waste of
Now you're conspiracy crazy.
I'm just saying, because there's a lot of people that like immediately get sick and like, oh, I got the flu, I'm gonna go get tested, and they're trying to deter people from doing that, so they make the test uncomfortable to make it so like you better really think you have the flu. It's like gonorrhea. They stick that
that metal rod, the fuzzy metal rod down your cock hole.
Yeah, they do that.
They do. It's a metal rod and it's a fuzzy rod, and they stick it down your cock hole. And then I'm like, and they're like, we're only gonna go a little bit, but I swear to God, they're like making a shish kebabs on that shit. Like it's all the way in to the point where my dick is straight.
My buddy,
and I'm like, you're too far in.
We have people in our cervix every year. It's fine.
My buddy from Miami's like,
I didn't sign up for that, man. I didn't sign up for anybody to put a metal rod in my dick hole or my dick.
When you started fucking without a condom.
My little bitty dick pussy.
My buddy from Miami in college is like, it's as thick as a PlayStation cord.
Oh my god!
I'm like, God damn!
He ain't lying. He's right.
They couldn't make it skinnier.
And PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 are wireless, man. PlayStation 3 is wireless. You don't even feel it.
So
and Gran Turismo.
My stomach has been jacked up too. So
is Tom's. Tom's been drinking that Zevia, and then Marlon Wayans this morning told him that if he keeps drinking it, he's gonna shit his pants.
I think my stomach problems are just bad living, not the Zevia.
It's a combination.
And I'm just gonna say it. You and Kramer, by the way, check out the latest A Gentleman's Guide Uncensored. I just released it. You and Kramer sweet beans this fucking studio up on Wednesday. It came through
double duty.
It came through the door, and it was the stinkiest, sweetest beans.
Butler lit toilet paper on fire
and flushed it down the toilet.
Lit the fucking toilet on fire.
Guys.
Butler lit our toilet on fire, Seth, because it stunk so fucking bad in here.
Is your girlfriend taking care of you, Seth?
I was just about to say, so I haven't, yeah, she is, very much. Actually, she made me paleo, because I don't eat carbs, you know. She made me paleo chicken and dumplings yesterday, which was amazing. It was so nice of her. But I feel bad because I'm not paying her back at all, because I haven't farted in front of her, you know, like the beginning of the relationship where you haven't, like, farted and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
That went the fuck out the window this last 3 days. I was literally my pants, like, constantly. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm sick. That's the rules. You're allowed to do when you're sick. And I'm just blasting these gigantic bombs, like, right next to her in bed, and they stink like death.
Oh,
so
my
I felt
God.
really bad. Yeah, it was a disaster.
That'll make a young girl horny.
Hey, you cook for me fart in your face.
40-year-old. A
lot of rot there.
Yeah.
If she started
I also
farting,
did something that I haven't done in many, many years, which is kind of embarrassing, and I wasn't going to tell you guys, but fuck it. I say everything anyway.
All right.
You know when you have those dreams where, like, you're peeing in the dream and you pee your bed? Well, I kind of did that on Monday. As soon as I got back.
there's no kind of doing it. Either you do it or you don't.
Where
it's
did
like
you
a
pee?
fucking light switch. It can't hang in the middle.
Okay, well, I did it, but I didn't. It was like half of a pee, but it was the whole bed was covered in pee.
Oh no!
So was she sleeping in the bed?
No, this is the night before she got. So it was the very, very first night I got back. So I started feeling like crap, and then she came the next day. But I just put a towel over top of it. And
No, you flip the mattress, man.
God damn.
You flip the mattress with the towel on the bottom, and the pee goes on the towel. And then you got to get a new mattress. Oh, I'm embarrassed every time Her Majesty Services strips my bed. It's cum stain crazy. And I'm embarrassed of it. I'm embarrassed of it.
You should be.
I know a cum mattress guy if you need it.
Yes, we got a guy. If you need a good cum mattress, we got a guy. How many do you need? We can
Truth
stack them
jokes.
up like the princess and the pea.
All right, Seth. Well, take care of yourself.
Yeah, watch some Never-Ending Story.
Yeah. What are you doing today? The rest of the day, like what? You just watch some on-demand Netflix or some shit.
Yeah, I watched. I binge watched I haven't watched The Walking Dead in a while, which was awful. So I watched that. It made me want to kill myself.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And that's it. I'm watching this new one called. I watch a lot of stuff. I'm Not Okay With This. It's on Netflix.
That's
really
a good show.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw that whole
So
series.
cool.
I'm okay with this.
I'm not
not
okay
okay
with
with
this.
I'm not okay with this.
It's the creator of Stranger Things made that.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it's exactly like that. It looks just like that. It's really cool.
all right, Seth.
Check that out.
Take it easy.
Yeah, feel better, buddy.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah, well, if you're better by next week, we'll have you in.
I fucking hope I am. I'm going to the hospital. I better be okay by like this weekend.
Okay.
I give myself a time. I time it. I'm like, okay, the average should last this long. If I'm not okay by here, I'm going back to the doctor and figuring something out.
You sound a little dying.
Yeah.
If you
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like people
That's
have
one
told me.
reason I didn't want to come in because I knew everyone would say I'm dying.
Well, people tell me when you get corona, your voice changes a little bit, and you sound a little high pitched today.
If you die, can you donate one of your Hellcats to the studio, please?
I didn't hear what you said.
All right,
Yeah,
Seth.
it's
I'll see you
fine.
later.
Feel better, buddy. We love you.
Bye.
Oh, man, that's the worst we've
He's
ever heard
fine.
him.
Yeah.
Hope he's,
Again, yeah.
Hope he's okay.
He's a fine.
He's a fine.
It's me, Tom. Want to do the shot?
Yeah, let's do it.
We can do the shot. We can take a break. We have so many voicemails to dig into. We got some stuff to kick around.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm still searching for this. I'll put it out right now since we have a bunch of people, captive audience people watching. I did not know this. My wife texted me right before the show and said that Live PD tonight, live, Volusia County Sheriff's Office. Holy shit. It's bike week.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my God. This could be
We're going to see somebody we know.
best stoner TV ever. Oh my God. I would love to see somebody get tased.
No, you'll
They're going to
see
be in a
it.
BDM shirt for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Cactus Steve, where you at?
Oh,
I've already
Cactus
seen
Steve.
him down there. He's down there bike
Oh,
week.
is he shirt off?
He goes
Drinking
to
C4.
Cactus Steve goes to like
The
bike
C's for
week and
cactus.
BCR and like
He goes
spring
to
break.
BCR.
He goes to all of them.
Yeah. And,
BCR.
and he just walks around and
Sam,
parties.
you don't know this, and neither does Cactus Steve, but he's in Tom's crack pack. he's one of the characters.
Yeah. But that's my own personal.
Yeah, he's got his own personal army. I mean,
yeah.
Cactus Steve's fucking ride or die. You know, if Tom needs anything, he knows that at some point I will check out. Butler, asleep on the couch, won't even answer the phone. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
The
We know you hate
The
Tom.
problem is one of these guys will kill me.
Cactus Steve probably.
But like on accident, not intentional.
Either way.
It's gonna
They'll
be
dead.
it's gonna be like a hunting accident scenario. I feel like with you.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Dick
Cactus-
Cheney shoot
yeah.
me in the face.
Cactus Steve drops his vape pen, blows your head off. Like scenario.
Yeah.
My money's on Cadillac Pat. dude.
Oh, I got a voicemail about Cadillac Pat and Seth.
All right.
That somebody has an idea.
I'll use this to plug our BDM party next Saturday. If you're a BDM, that's when our BDM only party's happening. If you are a BDM, you should have got an invite in your email. or you can go to the app, and if you're signed in as a BDM, it'll be under events, and you'll see where it's at, and you'll see all the details for that. But I just invited old Cadillac Pat. I was like, hey, come by the BDM only party. I'm sure people would like to see you.
We also got to get him on a Friday free show so he can be a little more free.
He does have that calendar hanging up in his bar, by the way.
Somebody.
We got
did you get the
verified
email?
proof, yeah.
I got an email from somebody that said it's there. Also, somebody in the chat room wanted me to bounce this off of you. How do you feel about us offering up a bounty if you get arrested tonight in Volusia County on Live PD? You can come in and watch a show.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Yeah. Depending on what it's for.
Yeah. If it's like you're
Wait, hold on.
If it's molestation, we're gonna have to draw the line.
For a while, they were doing, the old catch a predator.
Yeah.
The Volusia County,
they love it. The ghillie suit. But if you get arrested,
target-rich environment.
Now here, I'll offer this up. If you get arrested for, diddling a kid tonight in Volusia County, you can go on Goof Duck.
Oh my
I feel like you go on Remy's podcast, Remy and Joey's podcast, Goof Duck Adventures, and they'll get you in. They'll get you in Disney for free, and you can ride the, I don't know, whatever, the Mandalorian, all that shit. I don't know what that shit is.
All the tequila you can drink.
Yeah. You can get you can go have one of those spicy drinks that they have out there and all of that. All right, Butler, let me give you your. Hold on, Butler. There's your echo.
All right, cough.
Oh, hold on. I gotta give you your echo.
Damn it.
I'm gonna give you your echo. Hold on. There you go.
Cough, cough, the world is sick. Coronavirus can suck my dick. Petrocelli's got it. He can't come in. I guess eating ass is a COVID win. Tap, snap, nap, 90210.
All right.
What was that last?
What's tap, snappy, snap?
Tap, snap, nap.
Tap,
All
snap,
right.
nap.
Yeah, it's a MMA thing.
Whoa. Made me immediately feel better. Like my cold is gone.
Is that what we're drinking right there? That's good.
Yes. Jameson Castmate.
And you guys
IPA,
brought that, right? Who brought that?
IPA edition. It's delicious.
Hey, thank you. That's really good. That's really good. That's very good. We'll take a little break. We'll come back with more. God, that shot got me. I almost said a corporate. I almost said a corporate guide to manliness.
Yes.
Wow. That one got me. New music this week. I've been really, really working hard on getting a lot of this music out, and we've been getting the ability to play a lot of really cool stuff. The name of this particular band, and I don't even know how you classify this, is Coin. The name of the song is Simple Romance. It's cooler than our show is. So check this out. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Heartless, princess, effortless. Crazy, and I think that maybe that it's getting weirder, and I started thinking you better walk away before you ruin my weekend.
Oh, welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha is probably using the restroom. Butler is here, and welcome to the show.
Yep. I'll plug real quick.
Yeah, please.
We started this little thing. Craig LaFleur from Pyrospot contacted me, and he's
I logged in last night, but I didn't have time to play. I started falling asleep.
Yeah, he really got into playing poker online and got into creating this poker group. And then he's like, hey, we should create a BDM poker group. And he talked to me about it. And I was like, that's cool. I know there's a bunch of people on my gambling page that play poker online and stuff. So anyway, we basically came together and created BDMpoker.com. And it's through the Poker Bros app. Yeah. But if you go to bdmpoker.com, it says how to sign up and play. But basically, it's just if you want to play real money and how it works, it all explains it on the app.
To you. It's typical like online poker rules, but with real money.
You play real money, and they'll pay out real money.
Yeah.
So I remember I jumped on Wednesday, won like $8 super quick. I hit it hot.
Well,
I'd rather most of it back.
I'd rather win $8 for playing online games than me playing. I've been dabbling in the new G.I. Joe game. That's for iPhone, and that's just going to cost me money.
Yeah.
Because they got a Storm Shadow. I got to buy Storm Shadow. No, I'm not doing that. I'd rather just play poker and try to win some money.
And they give free tournaments. You can win like crazy big money.
It's a nice site. I got into a little bit of a wormhole, like going through, because you can like check it all out. But yeah, we'd love for you to join our BDM group and play with it.
You know what?
Oh,
he lost a bunch of money.
What? Okay,
if you're into that.
Yeah, if you really, really like.
Might be from the owner.
Okay, yeah, we know exactly.
I'm really sorry, but I have a really hard time sympathizing with you.
Well, no, Tom made money. He didn't lose any money. He made $8.
Do you get what I'm trying to say here?
No one does. Like, not even Owen, and you're on his show.
Eat a bag of dicks.
All right.
wow.
Mike B, Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike B. Oh, no,
Get
radio
together.
show. Stop it. He always runs in, yells obscenities, runs out.
We're ruining his life. I think we are. Making a
Yeah.
No, he's doing it.
Okay.
He's ruining his own life.
On the line, on line 2, we have BDM Neil checking in from jury duty.
Oh, God. That's not him.
Line 2, no.
BDM Neil.
Yo, what up, guys?
Neil, you are the most dedicated listener. He leaves me 8 to 12 voicemails a day. He's really into the show. I love him so much. He's super sweet. And he's in jury duty. How is jury duty going? How is your duty going?
The worst thing I've ever experienced, literally.
He got
I don't
picked.
know.
He got picked
I
for
tried not
jury.
to get chosen. Yeah, I tried not to get chosen on Monday, but then here I am, and
How
I'm
do you
just sitting
try?
there like I'm making. What say that again?
How do you try not to get chosen?
Answer like everybody. Well, half the people there had like 2 ladies had guns pulled to their heads, so they weren't going to get chosen. They were like, "Oh, we're uncomfortable." It was like a robbery case or something like that. Then everybody else was like, "Yeah, I know a cop. I know this. I know that." So basically, just me.
Wait, one
Like,
of
I
the
don't know, like,
questions
everybody
was, have
had-
you ever
So
had a
you
gun to
didn't
your head?
try.
And 2 ladies are like, I
Well,
have.
no,
I'm like,
they were like, "Do you have anything that will affect you that would like make you have a weird judgment on the case or whatever because this deals with robbery?" And then like 2 of the ladies literally had abusive relationships, and both of them had guns drawn to their head, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to be affected by this."
Fucking
And then everybody else, like one dude worked in D.C., but he lives here, and he got chosen. He's like, "Yeah, I'm flying out on Friday. I won't, or I'm flying in on Friday. Won't be able to make it." And I was like literally the only person they chose, and then some other randos. But
Mike B,
man,
get
I've been listening to this crap.
Again, Travis does bring up a good point. You can lie. I mean, I know you're not supposed to in front of a judge. and
BDM
jury
Neil,
duty.
he takes it serious.
Yeah. So you could have been like, that happened to me too.
Well, he said he tried to get out of it. Doesn't sound like he did.
Yeah. You it sounds like you
No, I just
complied to
answered,
everything.
like,
That's not trying to
Yeah, I
get
just answered normal, whatever.
Mm.
I knew I had a feeling right when they called me back in. Like they went through about 5 names, and they were like David Thompson. I'm fucked. And I had to go sit up there, swear in, and I
Wait,
went
where
over
does
to the
Neil
judge
come
because I had
in?
talked to my mom before that she watches the kids and everything. She had told me she has an appointment today, so my wife ended up having to call out. She's like, "We really, Judge, we really need you. We really, really need you." I'm like, "Do you really? You have an alternate, right?" But
Now,
whatever.
Yeah, I got chosen too.
This may get you out of it and also put you in contempt of court because I'm pretty sure once you get chosen for jury duty and you're on a jury,
You're not supposed to
you're not
talk
supposed
about
to talk about it to anybody.
Just tell us how guilty you think he is. Right now.
Yeah, tell us.
Give us the whole
Tell us
case.
the
What
intimate
ethnicity was
detail-
he? I'll
yeah.
tell you if he's guilty.
Yeah,
Oh
what?
my God, hot take.
That's for Norm.
What are the?
Oh, Norm.
yeah.
My mind, from literally the first evidence I saw, I'm like, that is like, from what the description was, I mean, you guys can know where I'm going, but he's,
Oh, yeah, you veered away. You veered away. I thought you were
should
gonna.
have. You should have mentioned this to the judge. That would have got you out of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I called in my favorite
know where I'm
podcast.
going.
I told him how guilty this motherfucker is. I'm Neil. I'm BDM Neil.
Yeah, I can tell just by you know what I'm going. We do know.
Raise your
We
hand.
do
I know you do know. While the trial is going on and you're sitting there, raise your hand to the point where the judge will call on you and then go like, "I need to leave to make a voicemail to Tom and Dan." They'll love that. They'll love that.
The judge loves that.
Yeah, they love that. And they
dude,
love
I know. Well, I'm literally making facials. Like, this guy is literally the guy that's defending, the lawyer that's defending the defendant or whatever, keeps asking questions. He's so, if the evidence is there, or like he's trying to ask questions. So
you're really doing it now. I feel like we're
He's
slow.
telling us everything.
I feel
What's the evidence?
I feel like we're ruining
What's
your
the
life a
evidence?
little
What's
bit.
Yeah. Did you record this? Play the recording back for us.
What are your notes?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to have
I
your?
just
Hey,
notes.
drive over here. We'll talk about the whole case live.
Can you have your cell phone in court? in your
No, I
pocket?
couldn't. They let me have it, but you had to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
It's in my pocket, but it's on silent or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well that's pretty insane that they trust the jury enough to be like, well, make sure your phone's on silent. You could bring it in, but because I feel like people are such pieces of shit that just be scrolling through Facebook.
No, that's what the girl did when I was. This is years ago when I got chosen for a jury. The dumb girl that was on there who was 18 or 19, she was a fucking idiot, and all she did is just Instagram. Like the whole time she's like, what are we even doing? I don't even understand insurance because it was insurance fraud. And she's like, I don't even understand insurance, and both these guys are Middle Eastern, and I can't understand anything they're saying. And I knew she wasn't being racist. I knew she was just being a stupid white chick, right? She wasn't being racist, but she was just like, I don't even understand what the one guy said. What is his name even? Like Ahmad? I don't even know what that is.
There should be you should be like 21 or 25. Like there should be age.
It's just stupid people,
because
man.
Do you trust an 18-year-old?
It did kind of scare me because if I were ever convicted and it was like all 12 of those
100%,
girls, oh
dude.
God, I'm
That's
done.
what terrifies me. If I ever get like wrongly accused of something and my peers or my I'm fucked.
Yeah. The problem you already wrongly accused yourself of being Native American, so
here's
and case dismissed.
Yeah, we got the evidence.
I think the great balance.
Yeah, there's the one girl. She showed up late.
That's real bad, dude.
It was
You
like
can't.
21. We had to wait for that.
Yeah, it's real
And they were like,
bad
"You have
too.
an
Like
opening."
they take that shit really seriously, man. You don't do that.
Here's where I
Don't
think
do that.
the balance is: if you're the defendant and you know, like you're the defense attorney,
You use it to your advantage,
and you
yeah.
know your client is probably most likely guilty because of the mountain of evidence. Then you get to choose
Oh,
the
yeah.
jury, so you choose the dumbest ones,
Yeah.
hoping that they
Like
won't
if
pay
I
attention.
want to send Samantha up the river, I choose 12 of the ignorant. She wasn't trying to be racist, but she was like 19-year-old girls, and then bye-bye. You go to jail.
Or they find you in it because, because I think the
Depends on how you stack it.
Yeah. So how long are you gonna have to sit on this jury?
Well, I'm eating a whole shitty freaking McDonald's burger right now on lunch, so I'm torturing myself with that. But,
What kind? I like a good McDonald's burger.
Well, just a regular cheeseburger, whatever. I just don't want to have like crazy shits or something. I'll have to be like, let's take a break. I want to get done.
Tom and I, another reason we're in business, plain hamburger, no cheese, ketchup and onions, right? Isn't that what we like?
I like a little mayonnaise on there.
I mean, but I like
It is
the
garbage,
the dehydrated onions that they have to like soak in spittle or rainwater.
You're
To
like,
poof them up.
I can leave this out for days and it'll still be good for whatever reason.
Well, that was Burger King's big thing. Did you see they had the
never goes bad.
No, but they showed the Whopper and then they watched it mold and they're like, look, it's all natural. I'm like, it's just a gross commercial, man. That's disgusting. I don't want any of your shit. I'll make a burger at home.
So, good luck on your jury duty.
Yeah.
You're doing.
I'll send you a voicemail when I get out because I think.
I know you will.
Yeah, we
know.
know.
Like, I mean, whatever. But yeah, I'm about to get. I got like 15 more minutes or whatever, and then I think we did all the witness crap, so should be done fast now, hopefully.
Well, enjoy.
True American.
Did somebody die in this case?
No, she just got injured.
Okay.
How injured?
Shot in the face.
Pretty bad. I mean,
you know what you don't see enough of, but like I feel like you heard it in movies, is the gun in either the pussy or the butt.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry?
Like when you're a really twisted person, you stick the gun barrel in the butt.
By the way, is this?
Yeah.
There's one where they suck the barrel.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
that's
couple
for
of
sex.
those.
I do that with Andrea.
Yeah.
And it's not loaded. I put the clip in her ass, and then I put the gun in her mouth.
God damn it. All right, Neil.
Well, I'll give you all an update later, man. Love you.
And that's when he stopped listening.
Pretty sure.
By
that
the way,
person's
BDM
guilty.
Neil now gives us an update about every aspect of his life.
Yeah, I
So-
like that. It's like it's
a
like my
little
own
much.
personal social media.
Apparently, it's not BDM Neil, it's BDM Steven or whatever.
No, it's Dave Thomas. It was fucking guy from Wendy's.
Guy named Wendy's. Yeah.
I
Does he eat McDonald's?
I like being able to like go to my voicemails and like click on it and go like, I wonder what BDM Neil is doing, and then I'll have a myriad of them.
Right.
Like hundreds. But I've had
This
to
is
do
like his audio manifesto.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a big fan. What do you want to do now? What do you want to dabble in? You want to talk about glass bottom boats?
Yeah, we can.
We're bringing them back. If you or your friends
Ooh, Tom
know,
and Dan, glass bottom boat.
that's what I'm thinking.
Glass bottom boat tour
Yeah.
in a lake.
In a
You
lake.
See nothing.
Are you gonna wait?
No.
Are we
Look
gonna
at the
use
brown water.
the devil boat to make it have a glass bottom and take people out?
We could put a glass bottom in
Wait,
it.
what boat?
Sex.
Right.
That boat?
That boat.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm going to. Here's what I was thinking. If we were able to get ourselves one of these, I'm thinking like reclaimed, decommissioned glass bottom boats in a lake. You and I have scuba equipment. We go down and we make installations.
No, you put your own.
We make
shit
Tom
down
and
there.
Dan installations.
Okay. Well, the problem is seeing it because there's only about maybe 6 to 8 inch
Well, I'll go down
visibility.
there.
in
I'll be
all
down there with a
lakes.
light shining it on it.
Well, no, even with that, it's literally brown shit water in every lake because it's all tannic.
What happened to
river-
the old glass bottom boats? Or
They still do
They
the
got 'em
tours.
at Silver Springs.
Do they run 'em?
Yeah.
They still run 'em?
Yeah.
It's it sounds good in theory because I've been on glass bottom boats.
I thought it was really cool.
It's just not that good ever, really. You're on it's
I
usually
remember
hot.
as a kid really liking it though.
I've been in a clear kayak before, and that was pretty cool. It was over like
You know
coral
what?
and
You
stuff.
can get the fuck out of our studio for saying that.
It's
I
not,
love Tom's little noise. He went.
it's just not that good.
Jeff Conway.
It's not that good. It sounds good, but I contend that anybody who's actually been on a glass bottom boat tour will say it's pretty shitty. No one's that amazed. And
I think if you're a kid, it's cool, but otherwise,
you end up like, here's what you do on a glass bottom boat tour. You get on, it's usually an excursion to the Bahamas or somewhere you're in the Keys or some shit, like glass bottom boat, and it's all like it's the least expensive bullshit to do.
Yeah, it's
so
the
it's like
for people who can't
excursion.
swim.
yeah, it's $16 or whatever. It's still expensive for what
snorkeling.
And then you get on the boat, and then they give you here's a life jacket, so whatever. And then they take you nowadays, like all the coral that's within like 5 to 6 foot of water, it's all bleached white because it's fucking too hot nowadays. Like the coral that has any color to it, it has to be deeper because all the oceans are hot as fuck. So
they're gonna get hotter, buddy.
so they're driving around, and then you're looking down, and they're like, "Oh, we're over it," and then you're like, "Oh, there's some fish," and then you're like, "I'm just gonna look out," because the boat ride atmosphere is better than looking down into the bottom of bullshit. Because you see it, you're like, "Oh, there's some fish, there's some coral," and it's never clear glass. Like the glasses has some.
oh no, yeah,
some
it's like a film.
Well, that's what
yellowish
Tracy.
film.
No, that's what Tracy's saying. Why call Tracy says?
Because the boats are all old hunks
I
of shit.
went on one of the Bahamas. Stupid.
Yeah.
Saw nothing. The glass was all scratched.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
By the way, it's all scratched because
Kids are kicking in.
the
and
boats from the 1970s,
Oh, it's old as fuck.
when glass bottom boat tours were good because all the coral was alive at
Yeah.
5 feet.
Nothing to see now.
So they're all recommissioned boats, scratch glass, and it's got a yellowish hue, like old headlights.
Yeah.
Use some toothpaste to clean this up.
Is that how you do that?
Yeah. And
I remember my wife
all
when
crap.
she had an old Nissan Sentra. She paid some man to come to the house, and he put some spray on them, and then they were like not yellow anymore. But then when I went and looked at it, I was like, I think this motherfucker just sprayed like some glue on your because they were like sticky and shitty.
Yeah. It's all
And I'm like, what the fuck? You just got scammed.
Toothpaste will do the same shit.
And then I was
as
like,
all
are you
that.
fucking this guy? Are you fucking him?
I bought that from the door-to-door salesman.
Of course you
Had
have,
my
'cause
cleaner,
you and
yeah.
Tom are morphing into the same human being.
And it worked fantastic. It's a drill attachment, and I've done it a couple times.
drill attachment.
Yeah, it's like a drill bit attachment. It's like a buffer, and you buff out the fogness on your headlights.
Can you drill my headlights?
It's like foggy. They're foggy.
Is the fogness the technical term?
Yes, the fogness.
Butler's gonna shit in my desk.
And it's similar to like I don't know if they even do this anymore, probably because it's too dangerous. But they used to do like submarine tours in the Bahamas. I did it, in
But it's
Cayman
like a
Islands.
low. It's not like
No, they don't go deep. They just go like it's not
It's like
even
the monitor in the Merrimack. It's just like still on the surface, but it goes below the water.
Like the people.
Great. That's a really good Civil War reference, Butler.
The people can go in like this tiny tube, like it rides above the water, but there's an underwater element to it. But you're there, you're looking through a porthole again, scratchy porthole. You're looking, and you're like, oh yeah, I see some fish, and that's about it. And you're like, I just wish I was up on top because it stinks in here, and at any moment we're all gonna die. That's all you think. It's a hunk of shit.
Yeah.
Like who's really been on like excursions in the Caribbean? I know we're going on a Tom and Dan cruise soon.
We are going on a
Next
Tom and Dan
month?
cruise, but I'm gonna throw something.
It's all the same shit.
I'll do it before you do it.
It's all garbage.
I have been on.
It's anybody that's like, oh, this is amazing.
I was about to start counting on my hands. I was like, well, I've done catamaran, glass bottom,
sailboat.
It's all garbage.
I've been on 25 at least. I'm just picking that number because I've probably been more. I've been on 25 different Caribbean cruises. Every excursion I've been on is a hunk of shit. Every single
That's
one.
why I don't do them.
I have never had fun on one excursion, not even one.
Yeah.
The only one that I had a little bit of fun on, but I was deathly afraid, was when I rode the dune buggy in
Dominican, right?
Dominican Republic, and I rode it through the wrong sugarcane field. It happened to be a marijuana field, and then I was told to never go in there again. And the guy looked at me, and his eyes were saying, "I'll chop your hands off." And then he gave me a piece of sugarcane, and I sucked on it, and I was like, "Yes, sir." And then we tasted it, and then we drove our dune buggies back. It's the only one that was mildly funny. Was terrifying too.
I saw the beach. You're lucky to get out alive on that one.
It's all the you're riding the horseback, and you're like, these horses are dying, and then they take you.
Weren't you on that, Sam? The horseback, and it was shitting everywhere. Who was on the horseback?
The
The horseback right through the water, and then as soon as their legs hit the water, the horse is like, "This feels great. I'm gonna shit everywhere."
Yeah, the guy in front of me was on a Clydesdale, and it started shitting, and then it was just all over me. I'm just swimming in fucking Clydesdale shit.
Native to the Bahamas, by the way, the Clydesdale. They love it. They love the beach.
It was Turks and Caicos. It wasn't even
further. The fur on my hooves makes it extra hot.
Shit. I shit in the water, and I got shit in my hooves now. What the fuck?
And then it's always you go on some snorkeling trip, and they take you out there like free rum punch, and you're drinking
it's garbage.
Some
warm rum punch out of an old milk jug, and they're pouring it.
All
She's
sugar.
like, "This is my grandma's recipe." No, it's not. You don't even have a fucking grandma.
There's gasoline with high C in it.
This is
Oh
terrible.
my god, that is what it is. Gasoline and ice.
You got a whistle, and they're blowing it, and they're shaking your head around and shit.
I'm virtually certain that you just poured some old the punchy, the Hawaiian punch into your own boat gas, and you're serving it to all of us, and then you get DJ on board.
And then someone ultimately diarrheas their bikini. That's happened like every year.
What?
Yes.
That happened all the time.
Juan, last year, I think it was Juan who told me that it was like pure black shit was coming out.
Some co-ed will diarrhea her bikini because
happens every year.
She's already alcohol poisoned, then you give her the high C and gasoline, and then she really diarrheas.
It looks like motor oil coming out of her
and
ass.
it's usually it looks.
She's got a white bikini
I'm just gonna call them like I see them. It's usually a pack of hot girls. And there's one that's just a little dumpier than the others. And she's the one to compensate because she's like, "Well, I don't normally show my midriff, and I'm not body image issues, but, when in Rome." So she's drinking to loosen herself
too much.
up.
She
gets too drunk, and then the fat girl in the group shits her white bikini. It's so sad. And they're like, "Don't put that on Instagram."
Juan saying she also barfed all over herself as well. She had the double doozy going on.
The
barf
is that what that's
and the
called?
motor
The
oil.
double doozy? I like that. The motor oil.
Then you go, you put on some old 1980s mask that looks like it's the mask that's all round.
Stinks of
black.
bleach.
It's black, but white black. It's white black because it's dry rotted.
The rubber is actually rubbing black marks on you.
Yes, it flakes all off on you.
So you're putting that on.
You get done, you barfed yourself, you're in full blackface.
And then you're old. They put some old flippers on, and then they're like, "All right, at the reef." You're smelling diesel fuel because you're in an old.
Well, they never turn the engine off because if they
boat.
turn it off, you're stranded.
Yeah. and
don't turn it off. We don't know how to start it up. I don't have my cables.
And then the guy's like, "I'm the captain." They're like, "The captain is no shirt, or he's wearing a polo, but it's from some resort that he doesn't even work in." Like you're wearing a goddamn
sandals. It says sandals. He's Sharpied it out.
Fish blood all over it.
But Captain, does it mean you're the guy that's driving the boat today?
Yeah.
And then they let you off at the closest reef. Now, you're in paradise, by the way. There's a little bit of garbage around. It reminds Corona bottles and a crab and a Corona bottle.
Don't say Corona bottle.
I'm just saying. It's like, and then you're out.
That's what you call a girl that has coronavirus. That's what you call her tits.
You're all
bottles.
swimming on top of each other. There's some adventurous people that go far,
but they're
miles
too
out.
far. And they're like, I'm in the fire, Carl. Ah!
Then they do some bullshit count. They're like, I want to.
Yeah, they don't count.
No.
And they get you on board, and then they just play Your Daddy Is Your Daddy, but Your Daddy Don't Know all the way back. You know that song, right?
I don't know.
They try to get you drunk off the gasoline so you don't have to, buyer's remorse for spending $32 a person
So
on this
my
hunk of
favorite
shit.
thing is the day of the excursions on the Tom and Dan cruise. I never even get off the boat anymore. I got off like the first year. I'd never get off anymore. I just stay on the boat and drink. Everybody coming back from like those booze cruises is the best because it's a different type of drunk.
Oh, yeah.
That gasoline drunk is a different type of drunk. People like blacked out entire hours during the day at like 11 a.m. I'm like, well, what the hell happened? They're like, I don't know.
Well, they keep force feeding you the gasoline, and then you've dehydrated from the day before drinking, so you feel great, but you don't realize your organs are failing from the inside.
Yeah.
You're hot. There's no cover.
And you're not drinking anything to rehydrate except for gasoline.
I had no idea that this song was called Shame and Scandal by the Scatolites and the Wailers.
Most
I had no
the
idea.
Scatolites.
Yeah, I remember the or Scatolites, like the ska.
Oh, ska.
Do you remember this?
Oh yeah, that's what they're playing, and then on the ride back they
That's
take
a
extra
real punch.
Yeah.
Captain Tom, glass bottom boatman.
Then some nerd dad starts dancing with his wife because they're like, we never get away from the kids. It's our time to get loose.
Let's cut a rug. I shaved my balls for this.
I can smell the Bahama Mamas now.
Yeah. And by the way, they haven't exercised or swam for years. This is the first time they've had any sort of exercise or
and they
swimming.
fueled up on hamburgers and chicken nuggets from the buffet. They're ready to go.
And so when they get back after drinking,
Tony right now is literally mad as fuck.
He's commenting in the Twitch
He
chat.
knows. He's done it.
He knows.
He don't do this shit. He knows about all this. It's only the newbies that they want to. They're like, I want to see the real Nassau Bahamas.
No, you don't.
Hey, let's drink
I'm going back
gasoline.
into the downtown Nassau again. I went last year.
Don't
it
do
was
it.
crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's fine. But
Here we go. Shame and Scandal in the Family. This is your daddy is your daddy, but your daddy don't know. They do that. Oh, I'm like, it's so good. It's like you cream
That's a
pie and you
weird-
forgot you made a baby.
I will say that if you're going to rent jet skis anywhere, you do it in the Bahamas or Mexico or any place that rules don't really apply, and no one's going to yell at you for doing anything sketchy or they could cause any lawsuits because there's no lawsuits.
Yeah.
So you could literally...
I had a collision and we were like, we didn't do that. And they're like,
Of course you
they're
fucking
like, they're like, that
He's
crack wasn't
Kramer.
there. And I was like, we didn't do that. Like, we saw you have a collision. I'm like, no, you didn't. Well,
So hold on, you crashed into your buddy's jet ski?
My younger brother and I were like,
Smollett
we're doing
down.
circles, like hauling ass, like doing donuts, and like I stopped, and he just kept on going, and like ran right into the front of my fucking jet ski, cracked put like a 9-inch crack in the fucking front of it, and we're like, all right, we're done, let's go. Came up, and he's like, whoa, what is this? And we're like, I don't know, and he's like, we saw you do that, and I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, what are you gonna do? Like, you have no paperwork on us. We gave you like $40 cash. Like, get the fucking run.
He's Smolletted. Even though they saw him crash, he's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah. Because you're right. There is. I mean, they could kill you.
Yeah.
There's that
Butler-
option.
Butler
They
is
can
a
throw you a good
good-looking,
beating.
charming, and cool motherfucker.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna Smollett something, I would probably believe you. I probably would.
All that.
I mean, you tricked your wife, right? I feel like you tricked
true.
your wife.
I definitely
I mean,
looked like
doesn't
her.
everybody feel like he like tricked her, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
As far
yeah.
as
It's definitely a
I've
Rumpelstiltskin.
never hidden the fact that I tricked her. When I first met her, I bullshitted a great English accent the first day I met her.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's
you're
what she
that
likes.
guy. Oh, man.
that went perfectly
that
well. I
brings
hope
it
we're
way
good
down in
from
my
the
eye.
For you, but
beginning.
it brings it up in our eyes. You know, I mean, that's how different we are.
gross.
This is why it works. You got to have like dynamics. You got to have different things. Tom and I, when we hear that, we're like, yeah, nailed it. When Sam hears it, she's like, he's terrible. He's a terrible person.
So not to switch total gears,
Well,
but
I have a voicemail that ties into kind of what
Okay,
we were
yeah,
talking
all
about. I mean, real quick,
Yeah.
not to, but here, just because somebody brought it up earlier.
What's up, Tom, Dan, Samantha? Listening to the Cadillac Pat on ACT, and man, I think you guys are missing the boat. You need to have a dating game with Cadillac Pat and Seth.
Well, we've had.
I believe you've done the dating game before, but
we've done everything before.
Oh man, I'd love to hear it.
Well, we would only have to limit it to Cadillac Pat. Seth's already got a girlfriend, so that's no dice there, and I wouldn't want to be disrespectful
Plus,
to her
we've
because
done
she's
it with
super
him
cool.
before.
We have. That's when we met Fart Gas Mask.
Yeah.
Who I've been following recently. Her ass is getting bigger.
Oh, yeah.
She has a residency at the Sausage Castle. You can sign up for her OnlyFans if you want to see her piss into a Coke bottle.
Does she do that?
No, I just okay. Yeah, I don't want to get an email from her. She's like, I don't do that. I just fart in the gas
But
mask.
she's like, but good idea. And then she does it.
Yeah,
next
she's like,
week.
yeah, I'm pissing a Coke bottle.
She's
My
got
God.
like 100,000 plus Instagram
it's
followers.
huge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Give her a Tom and Dan shirt.
Very active clit.
I don't think I
Very active.
I was talking to her about like how.
Oh, I bet you were.
Well,
does your wife know about that? Now it's the smoothie girl and fart gas mask.
There's a Fart Gas Mask. Like I follow her.
Dude, her
Instagram.
ass is ridiculous.
She got 146,000
She's
followers.
been growing her badonk through a series of eating and also training, like squats and doing like ass exercises, and she has achieved a ginormous badonk.
So
you like a big badonk. You also like a big mouth that I talked to somebody online on Facebook earlier today.
Don't talk about it.
You like girls with the big. We used to
You
go
like
to
a Cameron Diaz?
We used to go to
She's
Ale
got a big
House.
ass mouth.
We used to go to Ale House. There was this one waitress that had a big Joker mouth, and Tom, everything she'd come by, he'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Julia Roberts.
He'd be
you
like,
into
"Oh
it?
yeah, big mouth."
Oh, he's
yeah.
into it.
He likes the big mouth.
I don't know why the chick from MythBusters.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
So
Kimmy Schmidt, the girl from The Office, that girl, the big mouth.
But even with the 146,000 followers, like if she posted like a picture of Tom, I don't think it does anything. Like
You
everybody
can ask her. She's a sweetheart. And
Of
a
course,
listener.
but I'm saying
Uh-oh.
I don't think that exists.
I think she's calling.
No, she was listening.
Yeah.
Pick up.
I want to ask her about it.
Line 1.
Hello, is this Fart Gas Mask?
Yeah, it is.
Why is it call her Fart Gas Mask?
I don't know. Why do I do anything?
I'm just going with it. I'm going with it.
Oh no, this is not Fart
Oh,
Gas
it's
Mask.
not. Never mind.
No, it is. It is.
No, it's not your guest. Yes, it's me. Yes. Recording his ghetto white trash podcast in Oak Hill, Florida, in his white beat up manual transmission.
You got bamboozled.
You got bamboozled.
You got Tom so bad.
I don't know what's more disrespectful to Fart Gas Master or to Tuddle that I thought. Tuddle, you kind of have a little of a white
Gas
trash women's
Smoky
voice.
voice. Yeah.
You sound like not that Fart Gas Master's white trash, but
Oh my God! I just
You are backtracking.
I just blew White Claw right out of my nose.
But you have
Oh
a
my God, that's
little
funny.
bit of a trailer park girl voice there, Tuddle. I don't know what that is.
You really got Tom.
Okay, well, don't act like you got some manly deep radio voice like you're some, white trash Rush Limbaugh or something.
We're bringing back the old rivalry. Time to dust off the shoes.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Wait.
Hardcore match. Hardcore match.
If we're late, do you want to do it? Do you want to go?
Hardcore match. You want to go, bro?
You want to go?
Bringing it back.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Okay. Winner gets Tommy and Max. Hardcore match for your sons.
Listen, buddy, you're still in your 30s. I just turned 40. You're going to let a 40-year-old man whoop your ass
40,
in
Tuddle?
Oh my God,
my
challenging you to
scripted hardcore match where you almost blind me with a plastic resin chair when you hit me in the face with it and almost poke out my eye?
His memory is so good.
I know, yeah.
And
It's
for the
really
amount of
amazing,
pain pills and meth that he's done, it's crazy.
Yeah. It is. Now, Tuddle, I have
But
been.
you have not... Drunky. I'll call you Drunky.
You call him Drunky. No, call him Drunky. He likes that. He loves it.
Drunky.
Yeah.
Drunky, what's up, Drunky? I've been trying to get a hold of you, and you've been dodging me. Like
I've been texting you back.
Busted.
I've been so look at you.
By the way, this is the original. Daniel? By the way, this is the original Mike B.
Text Daniel.
Do you want to?
He does, and I text him back. I text him
back. You want to know why I get those random texts? You just happen to open up your messaging app on your iPhone, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't text Tuddle. I don't want to look like a dick, so I'm going to give him a petty text and keep him and hold him off for another couple of days, and then I'll do the same thing over and over again.
God damn it, figured out my plan.
It's not that hard to figure out.
Special needs detective is bad at evading people. Bad at crime.
And how many times?
Good at solving.
How many times can you use your kids as an excuse that you don't call or text me back anytime?
Well, I guess exactly how many times I did with you until we figured it out.
I'm guessing around 62 times.
I've been now. I'm
waiting to hear this. Come on, Drunky, give it to me, Drunky.
He's begging for it. Let him have it.
Tuddle, okay. Here, you want the truth? I'll give you the goddamn truth.
You can't handle the truth, Tuddle.
Because you want to know the truth?
I love
you want to
Tuddle,
know the truth?
I love
what?
Tuddle.
No, I'll tell you the truth.
Oh, shit.
Listen, I'll tell you the truth. I can't help you out anymore, and I show no, goodwill towards you. I can't help you in any way, so you have no purpose for me.
Exactly.
That's how
he does the same
dare
thing to me,
you.
Tuddle.
Oh, shit.
How dare you accuse me of being an opportunist?
It's called grifting, sir.
That got real.
Yeah. If I was an opportunist, I'd have you back on the show, paying you to do ridiculous stunts.
Oh, he's on the show right now. And he's killing it. He's killing it.
Exploiting you
for free. I offered to help you out, and all I said you needed to give me was $8 in gas, and you're like, oh, man, we ain't got nothing for you.
Oh, he won that last night of Poker Bros.
Don't talk about it. No. Here's, truthfully, Tuddle, I'm afraid of, using people.
Americans.
No, because I don't want...
I'm afraid of the world.
I don't want to, start...
You've become too corporate.
Yeah,
too corporate.
I've been telling him that. I told him he's a fucking sellout.
Hey.
Call Daniel.
Call me. He does. I answer.
He's 50% owner of this company.
I text him all the time.
Listen, Daniel has answered every single one of my phone calls.
I text him back.
If I don't answer, it's less than 2 minutes. I'll get a text and say, hey, man, I'm busy with my daughter. This is what I'm doing. He goes into great detail about what... No, listen, let me finish. Daniel goes into great detail about what he's doing.
I sent him pictures of me and my daughter.
That's how you know it's a lie.
No, it's me and my daughter. I'm holding my daughter. I'm like, here she is.
He's got that.
And then I'm like, thanks for making me fake that photo. Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit.
That's the only reason he has a daughter.
Drunky, you know what you do? You come out with some outrageous thing. Max and Tommy set something on fire, and I got to go put it out. Who believes that type of stuff?
Oh, you lied to him like that? You're like, Max, you told him one time that Max and Tommy set something on fire and you had to go save them? That's a Bubba-style lie. I had to save black people from a retention pond.
He's that too.
Tom, you realize this is the second person that's calling you out on your shit.
Tom
Rhodes.
Yeah.
And Tuddle. You only want them when they can give you something. Then you never return their calls.
Our list of enemies now are Tom Rhodes, Tuddle, and John the Alarm Guy.
No. Hey, the thing is I'm a battered woman that I keep coming back for more, and Drunky just keeps punching me in the face and breaking.
I know.
You got to stop coming back.
I know. My head.
How's your podcast going, Pat?
It's good, but it's kind of plateaued, and that's, I was just trying to pick your brain, but I don't want to, cause any problems so you'll lose sponsors that'll piss off corporate Drunky. And
corporate Drunky is such a... No. You're going to get to him a little bit. Just a little bit. All you got to do is...
I want to help Tuddle.
Then why do you answer his phone calls? Or
I do answer. I was crazy busy. Oh, God.
Oh, crazy.
I'm going to go back to... He doesn't answer my calls either.
I don't answer anybody.
He doesn't text me back. I'll text him happy birthday and we'll get shit back.
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
You want to know who? You want to know who got back to immediately when I called him? Was Ross McCoy. He had me on his podcast, even though it's been 2 weeks and it hasn't
way
even
better
been
than
posted
Tom.
yet. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
now he's waging a war against Ross because he's
throwing shade everywhere.
No, he threw shade at Ross. I saw this post.
We've had you on the show.
He goes, Ross has got me scheduled so late. I don't even know if I'll be podcasting by the time my podcast comes out.
No,
I started laughing.
want to know?
God damn, Tuddle.
You also want to know the other thing that's motherfucked me? I went over to Jana Banana's house to help her out with a plan of and trying to get and do this whole thing. And every other Tom, Dick, and Harry podcast in Orlando wants to have her on before me. So what's that all about?
Yeah, we did that. That's
Jana Banana is the new shiny thing. I love her to death, and she needs to go ahead of me. But you know, I see where my loyalties lie.
Yeah, well, Tom has loyalty to nobody.
Tuddle, I said we're gonna schedule you to come in and you're gonna do the news. You plug your
what schedule?
Here it comes. Fight. Oh, this is so good.
Okay, this is the honest reason, Tuddle.
You wanna go, motherfucker? We're gonna go, motherfucker.
It's every time I'm like, let's get Tuddle on, and we'll get him back on the. He's doing fine. And then I see a barrage of old pictures and stuff, and tag me in like every day. And then there's like some some bits that you're doing, and I'm like, oh, and then I get scared because I don't want to stir up shit. You're good at it, Tuddle, and I start getting afraid of having you on the show, and then there's some shit that I didn't know about.
You're a loose cannon.
You know what?
No, Mike B, not the time. Not the time, Mike B.
Mike B calls or he emails me all the time. Like, can I get on the show? I'm like, ooh. I get scared. I'm afraid of maybe.
You need to have boundaries, Tom. It's good to have boundaries.
Yeah, it's good to have boundaries.
What if I have you on the show and there's something, because I don't keep up with what everybody's doing. I'm bad at it. So, you could have been on someone else's show saying some crazy shit, and then you're like, whoa, why'd you have Tuddle on? He said crazy shit. I'm like, I don't know.
Wait. You, through all the years, even I've been away, who was one of the first guys when we used to cook, pizza tortino rolls in Daniel's kitchen, and we would go do it in his show? Who was the guy that booked you one of your first musical guests on the Tom and Dan? Joshua Radin.
Yeah.
You forget about that, don't you?
I don't.
Because I got what. No, you forgot about me the day that Russ Lindbergh and Chris Kampmeyer crushed my soul on the white couch and sent me packing.
I didn't forget about you.
All of this is true. Yeah.
You've been on the show before, Tuddle. And
he's never been on the show.
And
he was Samuel for a while.
Yeah. We had to hide him. Like a weird, as intense Underground Railroad.
So you want to know what happened? And I'm not saying
that was very disrespectful.
Yeah.
This is not. I don't think this about Dan, because he actually called and thanked me and was very appreciative. But when I got you on a nationally syndicated radio show, the guy that was Howard Stern's right-hand man to be the co-host and maybe get your content out there, your brand, which is a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I don't know why Tom's first. It should be Dan and Tom. EP would be pretty good. But what I'm saying is that you never called and thanked me for that. Dan did. He called. He actually sent me.
I call every year on the anniversary of the.
You want to know what Dan did? He sent me an edible arrangement.
I did. I sent him an edible
arrangement.
Yeah. I sent him some pineapple, chocolate dip pineapple flowers. And I also...
Oh, the dragon fruit was amazing.
Well, I know you're a dragon fruit guy.
But Daniel's good at compliments and good at niceties.
He is General Niceties.
Yeah.
Did you get that? One that has a goddamn business degree. You have a business degree.
What does that mean?
Daniel didn't even finish college, and he knows.
I did.
Yes, he did.
He got the Frank Gore.
I did. I got the Frank Gore. I got the interdisciplinary studies degree.
But in his mind, he really doesn't care.
Yeah,
I do, though.
I don't.
That's the thing. It's all surface.
I only did it so my mom wouldn't get her titties in a twist.
Do you want to know why? I'll give you a couple of reasons why me and Daniel Daniel Dennis, maybe one of the greatest producers / co-hosts, comedic geniuses of Orlando, Florida.
See, he's trying to drive a wedge between us. He wants in.
No, listen to this.
He's the best.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why me and Daniel will always have that connection? Volusia County, buddy.
Yeah.
Volusia County.
No. Live PD tonight.
Tuddle, get arrested tonight.
No.
All right.
You can come on the show if you do.
Come on, you'll be on TV.
Tuddle.
Wear a Tom and Dan shirt.
Good thinking. What?
And my mom used to cook fried chicken and glazed donuts for Daniel's dad.
Yeah, he
I
did.
know what that means.
Yeah, my dad.
I think they had something going. I think they really did.
That's disrespectful.
I mean, Tuddle could be my dad's. Tuddle could be my brother.
So,
because I know my dad used to eat Tuddle's mom's fried chicken like crazy.
Let's talk.
She was a very good. Oh, stop it! Very good cook. Very good cook.
Now, I received some emails, and people were warning me. They're like, "Well, be careful, getting around Tuddle and having him around your show because he, there could be some bad things."
Because you don't want to be around me because I tried to kill myself, and you're looking down on me because I tried to commit suicide.
That is not true. A lot of people have tried to kill themselves,
You've treated me different since I tried to end my own life, which resulted in the end of my radio career.
Tuddle, I know you're now doing a bit, and you're playing shock jock.
How do you feel?
What, me?
Because normally you're the one that
wants... I feel good. I feel great.
No, normally Tom wants shock jock, but when you're staring into the face of it, how do you feel?
Yeah, when you're the victim of the 90s, you don't
how
like
do you
it.
feel? How do you feel when the 90s comes crashing down on your skull?
Tear down my 90s shock jock asshole / butthole.
Asshole / butthole.
/ stinker.
Try to give you audio in case you wanted to edit it post-production. You could go with butthole instead of asshole. That's why I was giving you
He's a pro. He's a pro. He really is. If I'm going to do a bit, I'm going to give you a censored version if you need it. Fuck you, jerks!
Screw you,
jerks!
So
I love you, dude. You're the fucking best. He's
Tuddle.
the best. He's the best at the radio stunt game. There will never be anybody better.
Tuddle,
ever.
Let's talk about what you've been doing because you seem to be grinding hard to and you're.
I listen to your podcast, man. It's good. I like it.
So
I'm getting better. See. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm interested into how you came about, like, the marketing of yourself, because it seems to be working. And from what I've seen, I follow you on social media. You've been growing your YouTube channel. You've been growing your podcast numbers day by day. You literally
grind.
You're one by one grinding an audience, which I've told people for years. That's how you do it. There's no more all of a sudden getting a gigantic audience from one appearance on anything.
There's no discovery. It's all about grind.
There's too much out there. So you've been grinding it out, and how's it been working for you?
Oh, it's been going great. I'm in such a routine right now, so I'm not drinking anymore.
Good.
The only drugs that I'm on, pills-wise, is 2 30-milligram Adderalls a day and massive amounts of marijuana. After I take my first 30
We're
milligrams
more alike
of
than we are
Adderall-
different.
Yeah, Dennis,
when I take my first...
That's a lot, bro.
So when I take my 30-milligram Adderall, I chase that down with 2 cups of about 5 scoops of Folgers House coffee and that. So after that, I'm already
your
hyped
heart's
up.
Gonna stop.
Take about 3 pulls off of my rig, and then go sit in my PT Cruiser with the air on. And then when I want to record, because I'm using a shitty-ass iPhone, I have to turn the air conditioner off so I don't get background interference. And it's just basic.
So you are riding high on amphetamine salts and THC and recording your PT Cruiser.
It's your old pressure washer.
And that's where you do your YouTube show, or where you?
Yes, I do my YouTube show. Then I go around. But the great thing is that they have been pitting one of the guys that has no business having a gun at the entrance of the Hobo Fish Camp here in Oak Hill and checks people out before they come in because they don't want none of that Corona in here.
Oh, so they have a hobo with a gun, a hobo with a shotgun.
They have a armed hobo trying to keep coronavirus out of the trailer park.
Unless you, because they gave placards to everybody so you could get into the park. They have like a volunteer security system going on here, and they're doing
Japanese, Chinese, dirty knees, not welcome.
So that's your podcast, right? That you and the hobo with the gun trying to fight
Corona update.
Isn't that a movie, Hobo with a Shotgun?
Yeah, it is.
And
Rest in peace.
so, how much? What's your followers at? Have you tried to attempted to monetize? I saw that you got a sponsor, right?
So this is my. Yeah, well, yes, I do have a sponsor. He's about up and running, and everything will be going. So, but this is what that I've been doing is I'm giving away all my YouTube content and podcast content for free, and I'm letting people donate money as they please. And you would think a lot of cheap bastards live in Central Florida, but I think even if I charged for the amount of downloads, if I charged 99 cents a download, it wouldn't even come close to the amount of money that people are actually donating out of the good of their heart.
Because people are good. They're good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Across the board, people are wonderful. That's awesome, dude. That makes me happy. And I know you do, just so you know, because at some point we're going to have to take a break. But, yes, I will message you back hopefully this afternoon. I have to get Maisie early today, but I'll message you back because I know you got some questions behind the scenes stuff, and I will help you as much as I can.
What happened is I just picked the first podcasting place to be able to host my content, not really doing any research, and I think it's kind of plateaued a little bit, and I just think I could get more reach with my content if I was able to pick your brain and find out how you guys went about it.
Tuddle, let me ask you a final
Go to the
question.
library.
So,
yeah, it's nice.
Every once in a while, I notice you'll post some sort of message or email you get from some troll or someone that hating on you, and it's real bad. Where does that come from? Why do you have so many people that send you hate messages?
And been associated with a lot of goddamn radio scumbags. That's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, that's an accurate answer. I think. Yeah.
And so,
and they go hard, man.
Yeah.
They go real hard.
And
so this is what I'm basically doing, and I hope you guys do not edit it out of the podcast. But if you would like to come find me instead of talking shit on social media, I really have nothing to lose. I've already tried to kill myself once. Find me 2988 Birch Road, Oak Hill, Florida, 32759, lot 62. I'm sure this will get beeped out, but I'm showing how big my balls are.
We don't care about your personal safety.
I worry about his
more work than beeping.
I would beep it out, but Tom just slid me a note that said "Let him die." So
so they'll stop calling and texting me.
At least we're on brand.
How dare you?
Good God.
Oh well, listen. Just to be forewarned, I have my PT Cruiser, which is my makeshift podcast studio, set up with trenches around it with pugil sticks that'll go right through your foot, a la the Viet Cong in Vietnam.
Oh, okay. The old
PT Cruiser podcast studio Viet Cong traps.
Is it? Can you drive the PT Cruiser?
No, it's a stationary studio.
Yeah.
So it's just
permanent. It's permanent.
Okay.
I drive it all the time, but basically I'll record, I'll work for an hour. At the top of the hour, I run a mile, come back. I'm full hardcore, working out. I'm getting back to when me and Drunky did MMA fighting at the Predators game. I'm getting back to that. When I get to that point,
Felicia Spencer.
I will be calling a certain
together.
podcaster out for a rematch because he knocked me out when we were supposed to be taking it easy on each other at the arena football game.
I do appreciate you reposting those pictures and tagging me. It's all everybody can see.
I'm gonna mute.
I'm
gonna mute Todd so he can't hear this. He's going to kill you.
I know.
I have no shame. Just to let you know, I've been purposely tagging you and Daniel in all my pictures to try to get a little bit of that Orlando millionaire, big dick millionaire rub. And I've actually, all my YouTube videos are tagged with the Mediocre Time plus Tom and Dan, just in case you can't get it right.
That's fine. You can keep tagging it.
We want you to do that.
Yeah. I just I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh,
joking,
there it is.
guys. Sorry, you guys. When did you guys not Drunky? Daniel got the joke. You didn't. You had to take it too seriously.
I'm not taking it seriously. I've been fucking around.
Kids
Tuddle.
made him soft as soon as he started cutting grapes. He lost the will to live.
Listen, we're gonna have you in.
Wait. What's your measurements looking like right now? I just haven't seen you because you won't return any of my phone calls or texts.
Measurements?
How big's your dick, though?
No, I just wanted to know what your measurements are. Like, what are you weighing in at right now?
He's going to use your skin.
I don't know about you guys.
He's going to make him.
I don't know. I mean, maybe
your face size. I mean,
maybe
belt.
this.
How much lotion do you use?
Maybe this ship already sailed, but I smell a healthy trim whale.
It's healthy.
Yeah, let's do it. It's not like we didn't do it in the early 2000s of the Monsters. Every Tom, Dick, and guy that had a Ponzi scheme business came to Drunky to compete against him, and like random things like, hey, let's see who can swim across an Olympic-style size pool, because the guy was just in his middle-aged life crisis and needed to feel good about.
He lives through his memories.
Competing against somebody in their 20s that wore a bear suit on occasion because he hated it so much.
You know, this is how when you're at the old folks' home and the guy's yelling about Vietnam.
Right.
But this is going to be
radio
about
That's how you feel.
It's like, me and Drunky are swimming against a healthy gentleman.
Sure you are,
What the
Tuddle.
fuck?
The Haitian nurse is like, this man is fucking crazy.
Get out of my room, you N-word.
I'm happy that you're making fun of mental illness and making light of it, Drunky.
I'm making fun of you,
I'm
and
sure,
just because you're
I'm
mentally
sure your
ill, it's
advertisers would love to hear about
No
that.
correlation.
He makes fun of my anxiety, Tuddle. I don't know if you know
that's
that.
a form of
Yes,
mental
you
illness.
should not doing that. I'm sorry that you live in a life of denial and
That's
wearing
also
your
mental
MAGA hat on a daily basis.
He does.
You know, you traded your bear suit for a red MAGA hat.
He's getting you so bad. I love it.
Oh, Tuddle,
Tuds, we got to take a break. I love you so much, man. I'm glad you're doing
I
better,
love
man.
you guys, and I hope you guys don't take anything.
No, our
No,
listeners
no.
are fucking loving
That
it
I'm
because
saying.
nobody, and I mean this. Like,
I miss this form
hold on,
of broadcasting.
I'm going to put on my serious hat for a second, but in the chat room said it. I didn't even need to say it.
Yeah.
Nobody does Uncomfortable better than you, man.
Yeah.
You're so good at it, and we care. You're so fun. Like, you really are because you don't care. And
This is a dying breed, by the way. This
is gone.
What Tuddle can do won't exist in the future.
It's too
because-
uncomfortable for people. Snowflakes, and I use that term for everybody. I mean, sensitive people. They can't handle when things get this gritty, and when he was really grinding us all on the cheese grater. People can't handle that shit.
This was forged in the fire of '90s radio,
Yeah.
and it can't exist in the future
I
because
love it.
no one has the ability to do this anymore.
People don't like to be uncomfortable.
Because
No.
it's not necessary, but
No, it's not.
I still like the,
Being mean because you care about somebody is gone.
or just going a route, sticking to it, figuring out what the rub is. It's old wrestling too.
It's definitely
now,
100% wrestling.
Now, can I be honest though? And I'm not trying to fucking suck our own dicks here, but like none of this was planned or anything.
No,
Daniel just texted me and said, "Hey, call in."
No, because he
Do it.
texted me. He does have some questions, and we will talk about it, like some behind the scenes, like podcast questions,
I know.
because he's growing his brand. And I said, dude, you know I'll help you, but he texted me. I'm like, fucking call in. Look, our plans changed. I'm trying to be better at going with the flow and not caring as much. And you put a giant smile on my face, man. I love you, and I know the listeners are happy to hear you. And
plug your
plug your
YouTube
podcast.
and your podcast.
Okay, so you can go to Tuddle.net. I was not able to. You know what really pisses me off, guys? Why would you think Tuddle.com would be worth more than $2,000?
Well,
who bought that?
Did someone buy that?
Bought it, and they wanted like $3,000 for it. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm going to Tuddle.net.
Of course you are.
So they
Tuddle.net, I was able to get on green stamps. I was actually able to get onto it. That's how cheap Tuddle.net was. So I got onto Tuddle.net. That has all my links to my social media. But if you want to go to Tuddle TV, I bought that one just in case too.
I like
Tuddle
that.
TV directs you directs you directly to my YouTube page, so it's not anything special. I just thought it would be easier to tell people TuddleTV.com. And if you want to donate to my cause, PayPal.me/Tuddle on the radio.
Cool, I love it, man. Well, hey, give your family, your dad and your mom, some love from us, and Tom will get with Sam.
Dude, I don't mean to bring you down, man, but like this is really hard, and I'm going to talk about this on my podcast.
Okay.
I've talked to. I mean, you got a little bit of time. I'll make it really, really quick.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good.
No. So like, I just turned 40, and all my years, I've never seen my dad cry until today.
Oh no.
And he really didn't like cry. It was, one of those manly things where you're not like sobbing, but your eyes are red and they're glassy.
Yeah.
He found out his brother died of cancer, and it was just one of those fucked up things that you just like, you don't see it coming, but it's just like one of those life moments. I know that it's small, but it kind of just like kind of shakes you a little bit. I don't know.
Well, no, I don't think it's small at all. I think anytime you have a family member that passes away, I think it's huge. And I know that you've been no stranger to cancer. Your mom's been battling it, and she's a goddamn warrior. I mean, she's literally a Valkyrie. The fact that she is, hung in there and fought so hard and
for a long time.
For a very long time. So, yeah, man, like, please give some love to your dad and tell him we're very sorry. That sucks.
Yeah. I didn't mean to bring the show down after a very funny segment.
You can't bring down a show that's not
I just think that's something that's missing from podcasts and radio is that everybody wants to try and be funny, which funny is good. I think people forget about their problems, but I also think that people also like to hear real life things. I don't know. Maybe you guys have a different outlook.
No, you're right.
Or what people find as compelling radio.
You want it authentic. You want it genuine. You want it real. Like we talk about my anxiety. We talk about Tom, whether it's ADD or like bumbling or whatever you want to call it.
All that shit.
Samantha has an element of paranoia. I don't know about Butler. Butler's
the bumbling and the stony.
And
whatever that is.
Really good looking, big old dick.
Right.
I mean, like,
it's called perfection.
Listen, guys, thank you for letting me plug my stuff. You guys are the godfathers of podcasting, and you guys deserve nothing but the respect. Every single podcast, I've done 4 of them in the past 2 weeks, and I have made it a point to make sure I fucking gave you guys the props that you deserve.
You're the best, man.
About getting interested in the podcast. And, like, seriously, I'm not trying to, like, babyface or, like, do anything for you. But what I'm saying is, like, really, you guys are just, like, proven winners, and you took a chance on your own. And it's just good to see somebody have success to get away from the corporate, just, like, hierarchy of broadcasting, and you guys deserve it, and that's why I've been giving you guys all the credit. So.
You broke up during that. Could you like start that over? No, I'm kidding.
No, what I was saying.
I'm joking.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. We love you, man. Give some love to the family. We do have to take a break, and we'll have Sam be in touch, and we'll get you in here. Okay.
All right, you guys. Bye.
All right, brother. Love you. Oh, I hope he doesn't think I'm like getting rid of him. I'm not.
No.
We are. We'll go. I'll talk to that guy all day.
No. Old Tuddle.
He had me at first with the fart gas mask. I was like, she's sounding fucking rough, bro. Like,
he got you guys. He got you. Let's take a little break. This is the 65s. The name of the song is Waiting Here So Long. We'll be right back. And we'll close out the show.
Yep.
How about that? 1-844-TOMNDAN if you want to call. It's never a bad time for brand new music from the Pairs. That is Nap Time. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Sam, what do you want to do now? What are we doing?
Oh, I'm in charge?
Yeah. You've been in charge for...
Tom told me we were doing emails and voicemails, so I'll go with that since he's my boss.
So we're doing mail on mail. Hold on one second.
If I don't, he'll beat me.
You know what?
Kind of... my boss at this point.
Yeah.
You tell me what
I don't write you the checks, though. That's the difference.
Really? Right to the checkbook.
I mean, I tell you what to do. Oh, you're right. I could write my own check.
It's on the mountain of trash.
Yeah.
Feel free to forge my signature whenever you want.
Right.
There you go.
That goes out to everybody that's listening too.
Oh, to all the listeners. Yeah.
Whatever you want, forge my signature.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh man, Tommy, first time.
No.
This is why my son. He.
Oh no.
He was doing his homework, and then on the left side of like the 5 things, like each day, there's like a Monday, Tuesday thing. There's a part where the parent has to give their initials on the side to show that the parent
that you looked at it. Yeah.
And Tommy was done with his thing, and then my wife gave the initials in the first 2, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll just go ahead and initial this." So
Tommy did it.
Yeah,
you're like,
but he's a rule follower.
Yeah, I know. Well,
but he's also very much like Tom.
He looked at it like he needed that was when it's truly complete. So he's like, I'll just go ahead and do it. He wasn't thinking about like forging it. He finished it, so he just like, I'll just do it. I'm like,
that's a
Did
good
the teachers catch on?
No, I don't know.
That's pretty bad if a 5-year-old's handwriting is just like Tom's. I'm just saying.
Maisie's handwriting's pretty, like her name that she wrote on your plate. Mm-hmm. I mean, she wrote that. I didn't write it. It's pretty good. Better than Tom.
Oh, my Tommy's handwriting's god awful. It's lazy. And he's got.
Hey, I know that guy.
He's got what I got.
You do know that guy.
That's what I'm saying. You're born with this shit.
You're listening to the industry leader.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's like we were talking to Marlon Wayans. Like he was born with this crazy work ethic with this motor inside him that
it doesn't stop.
Dude, it causes him to go do media when all his shows are sold out. He's got one show left on Sunday.
I mean,
you're fucking
if you want to go see him, good luck, because he's got one show. It's late on Sunday. He added it, and everything else is fucking sold out. Good luck with that. He didn't have to do media. He came in here, and he was even giving a shit. He's like, I only came in because I like you guys a lot. There you go.
Yeah, but he didn't have, and so, but
he's tired as fuck.
Whatever that thing is inside of him, he's born with it.
But by the way, I'm glad. I know for a fact other people notice your gross ass toe. They just don't say anything.
No, he called you right out.
You out, and I'm glad he did, because you need to start putting some shoes on.
Yeah, you got to put Fridays, Shoe Fridays.
Yeah.
It's a new bit we're doing, Shoe Fridays.
I
wore shoes today.
I did too. Yeah.
I have the thing, and you guys know, where I think everybody's like me. So because I don't notice anything,
that's Miami friend syndrome.
Yeah. So because I'm like, who would notice someone's toenail? Like it's ridiculous.
He's like, you got a gross toe, man. He's like, on the couch. It was the fucking first thing he said. It was like, hey man, I came in late because I was in the bathroom. I'm like, hey man, good to see you. I'll give you an elbow bump. That's what we're supposed to do now. He's like, you got a gross ass toe, man. I was like, great.
I was like, God damn, how do you see that?
Marlon Wayans applesauce with your toe,
but still, like
way in the air.
You were waving at him with it, which is.
I have bad eyesight, and so I think everybody like.
Yeah, but no,
how do you see
just last
toe
year or
10
2 years ago, you said you don't need glasses. So how can you have bad eyesight but also not need glasses?
It deteriorated from the kratom.
That lady that we went and did the optometrist.
Oh, the crazy mad
she
scientist.
Wasn't a real doctor, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
She gave us like a coloring book and's like, what letter do you see? I'm like, what the hell is this lady talking about?
She had a store in Walmart.
Is that even real?
What?
Is she even real?
Is
she still on the hookup?
She had a white coat.
No, we pulled it down, right? She made us pull it down.
No.
Yeah, she's done.
No, I think she's still in business.
She's a mad scientist.
She knew. She said, your eyes are fine. Anyway.
Here we go.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by White Claw. If you haven't tried that new White Claw variety pack, it's
they actually
variety pack number 2.
I believe they officially come out today. CNN front page of CNN today is all about the new flavors being released. So we must have been like a White Claw heavy market, not necessarily test, but they know we're gonna drink it. And did you know that they chose these flavors because they went with what they thought normal seltzer drinkers like. So your tangerines and lemons score very highly in the non-alcoholic category. So
Really?
they tried to skew them for the stuff that they know people that don't drink booze like. So there you go.
It's good.
weird.
That variety pack number 2 is good. But you know what? Yesterday I bought variety pack number 1. Just as good.
Still good.
I get them
Still
both.
Also the
fucking good.
Pure, which we don't talk about a lot.
No,
but
no.
if you get like some Mio and you drop a couple drops in the Pure, you can make it any flavor you want.
You know, I like to use real fruit.
Okay.
I like to
You can do
use,
that too?
cut up some
You're
strawberries.
supposed to mix it with something. You're not supposed to drink Pure by itself.
No, it's just
which
gonna,
is a mistake that a lot of us made.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like a shot or something. You know, it's got alcohol in it, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they tell you what
It's
it
like
is.
a vodka soda.
But if you cut up, like, let's say you cut up 2 strawberries and put them in a glass with ice, and then pour the Pure on top of it and just let it sit for about a minute, you'll be
it's
very
good.
happy with that. Yeah, you'll be very
Oh, now
happy
there's a
with it.
flavor war in the Twitch chat.
Flavor war.
Hashtag claw me.
I'll just tell you guys the way that the flavors are supposed to go and the best ones. It's the order is lime is best. Then you got to go tangerine, then grapefruit, then you got to go raspberry, then you got to go lemon.
Holy shit, we might have the exact same.
I know, you and I are like that.
List.
Then you got to go lemon. Then you got to go. What am I missing?
You're missing black cherry. You're missing grapefruit.
No, here.
I hit
mango.
grapefruit. Mango is
Mango.
second worst. Black cherry's worst.
Watermelon.
Watermelon's really good. It's
we forgot watermelon.
Mine's
yeah.
a watermelon, raspberry, black cherry.
No,
I
black
like
cherry
it.
is
Oh, you're a berryman.
Yeah, black
I
cherry's
like
a
the
hunk
berry.
of shit.
Yeah.
You're a Casselberry man.
But
That's
then
why
I'll
he drinks. That's why he likes
That
his
makes
Casselberry.
sense.
He's all about the berries. Me, I'm a little higher class. I'm a citrus boy. I'm a Florida man through and through.
We got to come out with a shirt. Casselberry. No castles, all dingleberries.
We talked about this yesterday. We sell like one fucking shirt. To you. That's all we get.
People
All
get
right.
mad at me for shitting on Deltona and Casselberry.
Every time I mention Deltona and I shit on Deltona, I own a fucking house there. I'm allowed to say it. And I get an email from somebody, I live there now, and there are not that many cash for gold places. I'm like, you're fucking lying. You're lying.
You know it's bad. I live there too.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Even the plants don't want to live in Deltona.
It's all brown.
They don't. That's right. Thank you. Voicemail or email, buddy? Your choice.
Let's go email first.
All right. Good choice.
Speaking of hate mail and stuff like that,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a follow-up. If anyone listened to A Corporate Time, we did a Weird Job Wednesday. Was it a Weird Job Wednesday? I believe, with the Eagle Scout. Maybe it wasn't Weird
No,
Job.
it wasn't
but
Weird Job, but
he
we
came
just
in
talked
to
to
chat with
an
us.
Eagle Scout, yeah.
Then we got a hate mail about it, saying how terrible we were.
It was from Adam. He was pretty pissed off. I would still have it, but man, Her Majesty's, they're so good. If you leave anything out, you be like, if it's a piece of paper and I scribbled all over it, they're going to throw that shit
So we
away.
have a follow-up email from Scott, who was the man that came in and chatted with us. It says, hey, I just listened to Thursday's ACT. I appreciate Adam's concern, but I honestly think it went well and that the Boy Scouts came off pretty well, all things considered. I didn't feel anything Tom or Dan said to me was disrespectful. I just find it bothersome that Tom is so self-centered he can't picture himself volunteering his time or that anyone else would
You're taking
be
a lot of
willing
heat
to.
today, buddy.
We all know you and Dan are the good ones.
Here, I'll help you out. I do hit my wife. I do.
No, that's too far.
Oh, is that too far?
Yeah,
I'll cut that out.
Self-centered and being your wife.
I'll cut that
that's
out.
different.
I'm just trying to help you out, man.
Yeah.
I'm
finishes
sympathetic.
it
I'm a
with,
sympathetic man.
I
love him. I love him, dude.
We might want to rethink this you and Dan are the good ones situation. But then he says, hell, Tom couldn't even show up to your 3-year anniversary for semantics. That's true. That is true.
That was fun. Free pizza, bro.
Delicious.
What I was
and
saying,
all the crayons. He could have brought the boys. All the crayons.
Is
Rock Pit has 800 fucking crayons.
I would volunteer
Crayola
as a Boy Scout leader or whatever. If my sons were in Boy Scouts and it was their troop and they needed someone,
make it happen. Please make
or
it happen. Please make it happen.
if I was in
I
Boy
feel like
Scouts
it's a Tommy thing.
myself, and we talked about this, and then you had some sort of allegiance to the thing, and then that's why you. But if those two things aren't the case, and you have no skin in the game with your kids, or you weren't in the organization, and then you just want to volunteer to be a Boy Scout leader, that's all I'm saying. That is odd to me.
You're suspect. 100%. I'm Team Van on this.
Yeah. And then so, not that your intentions could be pure. I'm just saying do a little bit of checking, extra checking. Because who really wants to go...
Who really wants to eat my chocolates?
Because I'm around a 4 and 5-year-old all the time, and it gets annoying after a while.
Yeah, it's
because,
pretty bad.
With the not listening, the questions, the running around.
You should try to hit a woman in front of a 4-year-old.
So imagine you got a dozen of these kids doing the,
just fucking shoot me in the head.
Yeah, exactly. That's what most people, adults, should think like that. And
should they? Then should they have children?
No. You know,
this is my argument the whole time. People complain about their kids, and then I'm like, you're not giving me any reason to want to have children.
You cream pie, then you're like, oh, you're pregnant, and you're like, I don't want to be that.
I think it's
no, you wanted it.
It's so long. You're like, 9 months, that's forever.
Yeah, I do think it's the byproduct of how good. I think we've all underestimated how good the cream pie is.
My husband cream pies, no kids.
Again, not so good to have a lifetime of work.
And it's also I do feel like it's like having a margarita in here and having a margarita on a cruise ship, Sam. Having a margarita in here is like having a margarita on birth control or coming in your wife when she's on like a birth control deal. But having a margarita on a cruise ship is way better. So having coming in my wife knowing she's off birth control is like being on like a tropical vacation.
You're playing God.
Yeah.
You're also like there's a dice roll there. There's a little bit of a gamble.
Oh, you're a gambling man.
Is this gonna ruin my life?
Yeah, it's almost like back in my day, it was like under the tongue. It's like, is this ecstasy or is this fucking ketamine? I don't know.
Yeah.
To the moon, Alice.
Yeah, taking a pill. Some monster listener palmed you. Yeah. You don't know. It's pre-pill identifier.
That's the only. I'm gonna say this is a hot take. It's the only thing I miss from my old job.
Getting
because the listeners would palm us pain pills.
Yeah.
They'll still do it.
Fucking Tom and Dale listeners don't palm me shit.
I've
you
been
guys
palmed
are
quite a
you
few
guys are
things.
too straight and narrow.
You palm me marijuana, which I appreciate, but
How about mushrooms?
I have all the marijuana in the
Haven't
world. I have mushrooms. I have a connection on mushrooms. I want some straight up fucking Oxycontin.
It's harder to get nowadays.
Get you some lean.
With the whole ruining the lives.
Yeah, Rick Scott and Bat Boy.
Anyway, that guy's fine.
Voicemail. Here we go. Ties in, kind of.
Hey gang, it's Zach from Ohio. I talked to my boss and he told me a story of a few years ago. He was having a party at his house and somebody came down the stairs. Everybody was drunk as hell, but he was like, dude, somebody's shooting up heroin in your bathroom upstairs.
Oh no.
So my boss walked up there and he was pissed. He ran up the stairs and he kicked the door open to the bathroom and was like, what the fuck are you doing? But it was just a man who was injecting insulin because he was diabetic.
That is unfortunate.
And that's pretty fucking sad. Made me laugh though.
Did he fart at the end? Hold on. I think there was. I think it was a little fart at the end. I want to point that.
Made me laugh though.
There it is. Little fart.
How did the person?
Popcorn fart.
You don't take your insulin needles out before and start
walking to the bathroom.
Go into the bathroom, close the door, then because people are going to think. Usually, when you're injecting yourself,
well, he must not have locked the door and somebody opened. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Oh, and then it's all.
Although that's what I'm thinking.
Diabetes, you just pinch your ass or you pinch your the side.
Yeah, you pinch your fat.
Like
you
heroin,
like a love handle, and you shoot it into it, right?
Like heroin is into the fucking vein or into your toe or whatever
between
you want to
hide. Webs of your hands.
Yeah, you're trying to hide the tracks.
If you're
and shit.
really crazy, you inject it in your dick.
Oh,
whoa.
People do that.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I was listening to a podcast. And what's that? The guy.
I thought you would be like, this
Andy
tastes like
something's
heroin.
a professional skateboarder. Andy something.
I do have a big old vein.
Oh yeah.
You got a big dick vein?
Big old dick vein.
You got a big dick vein?
What do you mean? Yeah, yeah. Everybody does, I think.
Do we all? It's
No.
but the under is not a vein. That's your piss tube and your cum tube.
No,
right?
top side.
No, bottom side is Pete. No, what?
Bottom side carries everything out. I think top side is your blood.
Yeah. So that's where your veiner is.
Yeah,
on
your
the
veiner,
top.
your big old veiner.
So why does
veiner,
the piss come out of the bottom?
Andy Roy. He fucking injected in his dick.
No. Yeah, because
all of his other veins collapsed.
That
He
takes
had to
commitment
go
right
to the dick.
Yeah, I would do that.
He says it makes you rock hard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, I think any type of simulation down there might, like...
It makes you rock hard then, but eventually you think it rots it off.
I would
Because all
think
those
so.
things get sores eventually from shooting in.
Well, your veins will start collapsing.
Yeah. And that's the last thing.
You don't want to collapse that vein.
No.
That'd be bad.
That's your life vein.
You ever...
I think once you get to that point, all he cares is sweet, sweet opium.
When you guys are
sweet gravy.
When you guys are climaxing, do you ever hold it in order to get more trajectory?
No, I don't.
That's a no, I guess, from you, Mr. Boring. You hold it, even when you're masturbating. You're getting there.
At this point, I don't even know if Tom ever finishes.
And then when you're done, you pull back and you're like, and you go, and then you let go. It's like, cacao.
No, I don't think I have that self-control.
It's fun.
You're holding your prostate back?
You got to do Kegels.
I don't exactly know the scientific terminology of what I'm doing, but I do know that I'm pulling back and I am hesitating.
Edging.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm
called edging?
Yeah, when you get up to the climax point and you stop yourself from climaxing.
Yeah, but I ride it.
Yeah,
I don't lose it. I don't
tantric.
Yeah, because you can lose it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. I'm pumping
Then
my
you
wife.
can never get it back.
And I'm like,
Oh,
and
then you
then
get-
I start
then you
doing
get
it
soft.
slow, and I'm doing slow, and I'm like, I'm almost there, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I lost it. And I was like,
no.
she's gonna get mad because I'm been doing this for like hours. It's been 7 hours.
It's too long.
Yeah, and then you got to be like, you got to pretend. You got to work it up hard. I'm like, think of your grandma.
Oh, you're the opposite.
Yeah. I'm the opposite of everyone else. The only way I can come is if I think of my grandma. Sweet apple pie.
God damn.
Sweet iced tea.
Too
much sugar in it.
I literally have to forget about what we talk about because I can't live
No, you
knowing
can't. No.
that someone else is going to listen to this. Because how are you supposed to talk to another adult?
I talk to plenty of adults.
I know, but
That's the thing. You guys have to deal with like your kids.
My mom
friends,
listens to this. I have to
Well,
get that
I would
out
ask
of my
her
mind.
mom if she's ever edged before.
No,
I would
God.
say, I'd be like,
I
have you
don't-
ever gotten to the brink?
No, stop.
She
I don't-
has.
that's-
She's a human, Tom.
No,
She had
no.
mirrors on her ceiling.
Yeah, we
Oh,
all
come
yeah,
on,
She did.
stop.
She did. Thank you, Sam.
Stop.
She's a freak.
You know what? I regret
mirrors
telling
on
that
the
story.
ceiling.
Regret-
And your
I regret
dad.
everything.
Your dad was a diesel mechanic. I mean, talk about big dicks.
yeah.
No.
Something's wrong with the world today.
Don't sing that. Everybody be quiet. We're out of here. You guys stop
I
laughing.
love our show. It's got no point where Tom just sits and goes, "You guys be quiet." He looks at our audience.
Get
which
outta
are
here.
just listeners that have just supported
They've
our
used
stop
our
laughing.
sponsors.
And you're like,
Don't
please,
egg them on. No,
please
keep
stop.
doing it.
Oh my
No
God.
one wants this.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay, yeah, it's my turn. Here we go.
Hey, all. It's Jalen.
Hey,
I'm
Jalen.
listening to the BDM show where the guy left the voicemail talking about enjoying the gagging, and yeah, no, I can't get down with the human equivalent of the cat about to throw up in the other room. That does pretty much the same thing to my erection as the cat. Actually, I call me a puss, but I actually like to look up porno for women by women because it actually does have an emotional component to it. I kind of like that.
No, all right.
That's FWBU.
Yeah.
So
For
what?
women by women. FWBU.
So what's the for women by women porno?
I made
What-
that up.
I don't know.
It's a-
No, it's more sensitive. It's got like storylines.
It's more sensual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's an emotional attachment. Maybe
It's not raunchy.
Maybe the
There's soft lighting.
I mean, yeah, but
like the
you
guy
do,
gets
I mean,
out,
you
he
see
saves a
that-
turtle from the street.
No, it's
No,
none of that. No,
none of
there's no
that.
turtle.
My wife would
But
like
it's
that.
more
But he's not
lots of
like
kissing.
making her mascara run or
Yeah,
anything.
there's no gagging.
There's no
There's no
gagging.
anal.
But
There's
a lot
it's
of
just-
kissing.
But what?
and-
Because hold on, but don't women really like the 50
choke?
Shades of Grey, which is more of the BDSM style?
Yes, but there's a lead up to the BDSM.
So the
The
romantic.
foreplay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you could have the rough stuff, but as long as
But
it's
not too extreme. We're
Yeah.
not gagging
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
ass gaping or anything.
Yeah. That's
No
okay.
fish.
I've, you know, I
No
gotta,
fish, okay.
I gotta seriously question anyone who's like, I gotta check out this new ass-gaping video. that just
Yeah.
came." Like, ass-gaping to me is one step too far.
That-
I'm not
yeah.
shaming. I'm not kink-shaming anybody. I'm just saying
I'll
for
Not
me.
for you.
I'm gonna shame you.
It-
if you're into that, something's wrong. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
It's you.
Meaning
you
What if
should
they're
be.
into the
It gets to a
gagging?
certain point where you
Don't
have
tell
to wear
anybody.
a diaper, right? If you gape a bit so far,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
you'll
at that
prolapse
point,
your asshole, yeah.
At that
It's-
point, you're just pooping all the time.
But
You
you
eat
can get
it
that
and
fixed.
It's
right?
bad.
You can, but it's very
That's costly.
expensive,
Yeah, it's
and
very
it can
expensive.
also not hold.
Well, the
If
surgery-
that
it's
sound-
elective,
you know.
so,
Oh,
like,
what?
it's
It's like getting a kidney transplant. It made like what do your
It
body
might fall back
rejects?
out. Your
Yeah.
asshole might
Yeah.
fall back out.
I mean, there's like there's
this is the
stitches.
thing that happens,
Yeah.
guys.
It's bad.
because you guys want to watch anal porn.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
into
like
it. Go fuck you. I'm not into that.
I don't even like poop.
I've never even had that.
said I
He's
don't
had
even
it.
like
He's
poop.
had
No.
it. You might have had it. I've never had it.
All I'm saying is
I've never had that.
It's weird when you're like into looking inside of the people's organs, like you're like seeing inside of someone's body.
No, what's weird?
You're like that is close to like being
it's not
into
weird.
like a.
Now looking into a gaped asshole is not weird, but what's weird is the guy that looks into it and goes, I think I can pee in that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because guys do that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if
Or,
anybody.
like-
I don't think anybody's into that. I think that's like
No, you're
jackass
wrong.
You are
stunts.
wrong.
You're wrong.
This is Miami syndrome
There's probably
again.
a scary population amount
Yeah.
of people that actually
There's
really into
so
that. Yeah.
much of it.
Like
But
imagine
are people ashamed to say they're into it? Because I've
Imagine-
never met anybody.
Who do you
anybody.
hang out with, Tom?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why
He's
you don't
oblivious
know
to his own
anybody.
friends.
Say it loud and say it
Have
proud.
you guys met people that admitted they're into that?
Yes.
Really? And
I
they're like
haven't.
proud of it?
But like my thing is like
I'd be
imagine
embarrassed.
I'm
I'd
with
be like,
Butler.
"Ugh."
I think you'd be surprised. I think right now if I were able to amass an army, if I send out like to every doorstep a questionnaire that was like,
And you have
are you
to be
into
honest.
gaping? You can join my army and we're gonna fight to take over the nation. I think I'd have a pretty fucking
Yeah,
big
dude.
army.
But they have to be honest, because he's right. Some
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
I mean, not everyone's going to go around talking about what they're into.
I don't like it.
kink-wise.
I'm
but
not into it.
There's a lot of people into it that just don't talk about
No,
it.
I'm not
Because
into
we've
it.
talked about this a lot, but remember in like certain pornos back in the day, like especially like the barely legal pornos, which already is
Can't
creepy.
talk about that anymore.
That
It was a
but
different time.
but someone gave me a bunch of pornos back in the day.
The one in the bar and the girl pissing in the hay. I remember.
And then these pornos, they all started like every scene, the girl would be like wandering around, and then she'd just pee on the floor in random
And then
places.
some guy would show up.
And then
he's like,
Guys are
I
into
smell
pee-pee."
pee. I'm here to fuck you.
Yeah.
But did they just add that for the small percentage of people that are in and they figured that the rest of everybody would just like slough
I'll
it out,
fast
like,
forward to
not-
the pee-pee part.
Right, exactly.
Like, so they'd be like, okay, why did
Plus,
they do
I don't
that?
know- I
That's
don't know
weird.
about you guys.
They're like able to like
But
ignore it or whatever. Why?
After a girl
Who's
pees,
into that?
you need to like that thing needs to like drain for a little bit before you want to get in it.
All I'm saying is, I know that there's people
It's
into
fine.
pee-pee, but
No, I'm not into that,
it's
Sam.
very
I'm sorry.
rare.
I draw the line. If my
well,
wife's like,
do you go pee-pee and then have a,
no,
get a blowjob?
I do
Okay.
not. I'm
All
a
right.
fucking
'Cause
gentleman.
I'm going to say it's the same thing.
No, I would never do that. But my
All right.
wife and I are laying there, and I get bummed out. And if she's hearing this, I'm sorry. The truth hurts. We're making out or whatever, and we're going to do something. She's like, oh, hold on, I got to pee. And I know what that means. It's because, I'm large, and I'm poking your bladder. And I just don't want to do it now because you pee-peed. And I'm like, it's going to be different now.
If she holds her pee-pee and you bang her out, she might squirt because she has to pee-pee so bad.
Pee-pee is squirt.
I'm just
Did I
saying.
just figure it out?
I just think we've hit
you
an all,
did,
I
yeah.
think we've hit an all-time low. On the show.
Yeah,
Between
man.
this and Tuddle, I feel like we have to close up shop.
Well,
been a good run.
Let's do another email.
Oh, that'll make it better.
Yeah, I'm virtually certain no one makes it to the end. I think it's fine. We get credit for the download just by hitting
Yeah,
one.
just
You
as
don't
long
need
as
to
you-
listen.
As long as you listen
Just
for at
hit
least
the
1
button.
minute. This is
Yeah.
a true story. You have
Yeah.
to listen for one full minute. So do a minute 5.
And
Yeah.
then you can shut it off.
And I tell the sponsors the downloads. They never ask for proof, so it's fine. Just take my word for it. It's weird.
All right, this says, so I recently bought a new, to me, VW Tiguan R-Line.
Tiguan R-Line.
And because my
Nice.
previous
R-Line.
vehicle
Nice
was
car.
a 2005 Ford Escape, it was essentially valueless for a trade-in. In my desire to get more than $200, which is what the dealer offered as a trade, I decided to give Facebook Marketplace a try. I posted the truck for $750 and went to bed. I woke up this morning to literally 50 messages making offers on the truck. Everything from super lowball offers, written languages that I don't recognize, offers to trade quote-unquote services, whatever those are, and even a homeless man who was looking to move into the truck for a while until he got on his feet. I haven't sold it yet, Tom, but how in the world do you deal with this? The grift runs deep in my family's blood, but Jesus, there's a line in that apparently I don't want to cross. Definitely putting a pistol in the small of my back when I make a deal and meeting at a very public location to count out the $100 bills on the hood. Part of me wants to put this thing on a raft, push it into the Puget Sound, and fire a single flaming arrow at it and set it ablaze. Anyway, just thought you'd like to hear that grift creatures are alive and well in the Pacific Northwest. Any advice you can offer is appreciated.
Oh, your first problem is you put a vehicle for under $1,000. That is
Yes.
a red flag for every
Always
scumbag
at the minimum put 1,000.
looking through Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace.
Correct.
And because for whatever reason, there's a bunch of people, that are hard up looking for vehicles under $1,000.
Yeah.
And there's, by the way, no vehicle under $1,000 is worth even what you're paying for. At that point, it's a
I think
hunk
you
of
could have
garbage.
said no vehicle under $1,000 is worth under $1,000. I think you could have said that, and it would have been accurate.
So here's how to.
Marlon
$1,001
Wayne's
will
even
keep
said that.
90% of those guys away.
Marlon Wayans even said that on the interview.
Yeah.
He bought a car from his brother for like
Right.
what, $12,000, and he said it was like what? It
Worth
wouldn't even worth
Wasn't even
$6,000.
worth it.
Well, that with over 1,000, once you get over 1,000, you get a different clientele. Then less likely to be killed. Also, less likely to get all the bartering and stuff. Because once you go under, then you've told the scumbag world that now you're
put a
desperate,
flare up now,
and that you're willing to sell some vehicle that's, by the way, it just scrap metal worth $300 alone. I've had
all the junk car people. They'll come pick it up for $300.
Yeah. They'll come to your house. It doesn't have to
you
run.
don't have to do anything. Yeah, it doesn't have to run.
They'll come in a tow truck. They'll give you usually they'll say $300, but they usually barter with you and do $225 cash, and you'll just be like, I don't give a shit. I'll give this to you.
Never give it
Butler
to
made
him
me
less
mad.
than
He
$250.
posted in the chat room in '96. I bought a Wolfsburg edition VW Rabbit for $1,000. He sold it for $3,500.
Yeah. Well, every
But
once
those
in a
are
while.
coveted, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it was actually barn kept.
God,
It was
I
kinda
wish
like
you
a-
had
like a
that
grandma
now.
thing. Yeah, it was badass.
You
It was
could make a
black.
lot of money
It was
on that
beautiful.
now.
Yeah, there are some people that have money and have shit that they just want to get rid of. But most of those people will give it to friends or like their yard guy or whatever.
Yeah.
They won't, because they don't want to deal with the hassle of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, because they don't want the people coming to their house and all this shit. So they'll just usually give it away. Or give it to like whatever person's around, like, hey, $500, and they'll take it. That's where you get the sweet deals. But if it's on Facebook Marketplace or on Craigslist and it's a vehicle under $1,000, that's
No
a
dice.
red flag right away. And if it's, especially if it's been there for more than, because usually they'll go fast within the first hour. So if it hasn't, that means there's something it's stolen. There's something sketchy about it. But when I sold my blue truck, it was my wife's blue truck. Remember that I crashed or whatever?
Yeah.
That shit was crashed. There was oil spilling out of it like a giant. Like obviously I broken the oil pan or whatever. It ran, but I mean barely. I sold it for $750. Crash truck, and literally in an hour, someone called me like, "Hey, you got the truck?" And I'm coming over, and they came over and.
Done.
And it was a dude. He's like, "Hey, can we drive it?" I'm like, "Okay." And then we got in. And I'm like, "It's the oil spill." I was telling him, I was like,
Yeah,
"He's like,
yeah.
that's fine."
He didn't care.
And he's like, "That's a change in the first gear." I'm like, "Yeah, the transmission's bad too." And he's like, "All right." He drove it around. He fucking then followed his buddy out of there. I took the license plate off.
Never saw him again.
Yeah, who knows?
That man was Mike B. One more and get out of here?
Yeah.
All right,
You know
here's the last one. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Owen. Ono Radio Show.
You know
the
what?
How
drill.
about you?
I'm not gonna do a Mikey on you, but I will tell you that I was over at the Semantics 3-year the other day, and I feel like I have a new mortal enemy. EJ. Yeah, so I go to say hi to EJ, and I'm like, "Yo, really nice to meet you and everything. First time, like, never met you in person." EJ gives me the, "You're welcome." I said, "Well, okay," and I walked off. So there you go, EJ, bigger piece of shit than me, and thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, it sounded legitimate. He sounded mad.
He was offended. He was offended.
He's socially awkward. EJ is.
That's what I said. I was like, he's
heavily on the
weirdo.
spectrum. EJ, so
he's he's not some people. Speaking of
He
socially
probably
awkward,
panicked. Right, and just said, "You're welcome," like Tom does.
No, but Tom would never do the douchebag "you're welcome" for like meeting me.
I would have had to have been there to hear the.
I've
the
always
context.
hated that. They're like, glad you got to see me. I'm not a. I'm not.
No,
I don't think he meant it like that. I know EJ. He's just awkward, and he's probably socially awkward. And
going with the theme of the show, I think he's a piece of shit, and I think you need to fight him at your bowling event, Owen.
Socially awkward. I was thinking about this the other day, and it made me laugh because I was like, "What did he think my plan was?" The first time I met our buddy Jim Colbert was at a Halloween, some stinky radio promotion, Heaven and Hell party in a garage. Downtown Orlando.
You and I were hosting that, right?
No, it was before I was even intern.
I was hosting that.
I was just I was a listener
and I
of the show.
I was going through, a myriad of relationships that were falling apart at the time, and I was dressed like a greaser because I didn't have anything to wear, so I just wore my motorcycle jacket and rolled my jeans up.
And
it's
so
terrible. It's terrible. It's a cop-out costume.
I convinced my wife. I'm like, hey, I listened to the show. They're doing this awesome. They said it was going to be awesome Halloween
It was
party.
a parking garage. Heaven was the top floor of the parking garage.
That's when I first realized.
Hell was the bottom floor of the parking garage, and you had to walk up spirally to each thing. It's a hunk of shit.
They just say whatever the advertiser tells them to. Because there's cardboard ghosts.
Hey,
and shit
wait a minute. Didn't he make you get him a beer? Or no,
I got him a beer.
Yes,
I was like, oh shit,
I remember this.
That's Dirty Jim. This was when he still had his mullet. This is like 2001. He was and
he dyed his hair orange.
Yeah, and I was like,
what did you and your wife go
like
as to this
cancer.
party?
I didn't dress up anything. I was always
better than dressing like a greaser.
And so I was like, I'm gonna buy Jimmy a beer. And
you didn't buy me a beer, you piece of shit.
went and bought. I liked it more as on the.
I know he had a hierarchy over me, but times have changed now.
I bought him a Heineken, and because I was like, I heard on the show, he
I got
Heineken.
you a Heineken, Cuthbert.
and I literally was like, hey, Dirty Jim, I listened to the show. Here's a Heineken, and then he takes Heineken. He's like, did you put anything in this?
You piece of shit.
No, he's like, but he asked me if did I put
it.
To
be fair, I would fucking ask. I probably wouldn't even take it.
What am I gonna date rape?
What am I gonna do? I mean, I put a roof in there, old man, and when
Some
you pass
people
out,
think it's funny to like prank
by your feet and butt fuck you. What do you think?
Some people think it's funny to prank you and get you fucked up.
What do you think the end game is here, old man?
I'll put a roof in there, old man. I'll toy you by your feet.
I'm 21-year-old TC. I'm gonna butt fuck this old man.
GHB in there.
What am I gonna drug your drink for? Anyway, I just thought that was funny.
So from now on, this story, I will look at you. I'll go, hey, remember that time you drugged Jimmy at the Halloween event and butt fucked him?
You know what? Spread that rumor.
Mr. Cuthbert.
Cuthbert,
butt
fuck.
Take that.
Cuthbert butt fuck should be the name of the show.
It's Butt Cuthbert. Fuck birth.
All right.
Butt fuck birth.
So
let's get out of here.
All right. Butler, what's going on at the watering holes this weekend or whatever?
Tonight, actually, at Celery City at 8 p.m., we have Ben Prestige playing his one-man band.
Oh, fuck.
So go check out him. All the craft beers be flowing all night. 50 craft beers on tap, so check that out. Sushi
Where is it
Kitchen. Celery City Craft.
It's at Cuthbert's. Oh, wait, it's at Cuthbert's Seaside, which is he's got a different one. It's on the ocean.
And we got tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We have Melodic Descent playing over at Johnny's Other Side. So go check them
Cuthbert's
out.
Other Side.
Right after the St. Baldrick's charity function that they're doing. So go out there, bring your kids in the daytime, and then go see Melodic Descent.
Great event.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a hamburger so bad.
And then finish off this weekend with Bike Fest. Be safe out there, but we have a bunch of watering holes out in the beach side, so we have Surfside
Bike
Tavern.
Week, not Bike Fest.
Bike Fest.
Nerd!
Whatever. Bike
You're
Week.
going to love Motorcycle Mania.
The fuck are you? You get the 79th
He's
annual
British.
Bike
You don't
Week.
know. You don't know about
He
motorcycles.
don't know.
We ride bicycles over there. I don't know. So we have Surfside Tavern and Mets Lounge. Go check them out.
Petrol-fueled two-wheeled mania is coming to Daytona. You're right.
You know, drink special sprays mode, drive safe, and wear helmet.
Oh.
You two motherfuckers take the most abuse. See, me and Sam are the good ones.
Listen, we deserve it. I'm just saying. I know what I am.
Oh.
I know I deserve it.
Well, on that note, I had a ton of fun today. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Samantha, plug your podcast, please. I forgot about that.
semanticspodcast.com. You can find everything there, merch, email, whatever. Also, if you want to sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/semantics.
Yeah, do it. Throw some coin to her. And guys, this was awesome. It was super, super fun. Thanks to Tuddle. Thanks to Marlon Wayans earlier today. Go back and listen to that episode. Should be out momentarily. Tons of new videos on our YouTube channel. Just search at Tom and Dan Live. I've been putting up a corporate times from every single day this week, kind of testing it out to see if we can roll out a bigger video component, because pretty proud of our video. It looks really good. It doesn't shake. It looks nice. Clean. I color correct it. I make it look fully HD and awesome for you guys.
Yes.
I'm pretty proud of how lean we run it, but it looks really nice, and we work really hard on it. So that'll be on YouTube in case you miss Twitch. But if you don't want to miss Twitch, you want to catch it live, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Anything else?
And if you want to see us at the BDM party, it's next Saturday, and it's for BDMs only. You could bring a guest, but you'll have your invite in your email, or it's on the event page on the app. And if you want to play poker with some other BDMs, go to bdmpoker.com.
I can't tell you when I'm going to be on there, but I will be on tonight.
Yep.
I'll be playing tonight. I'm going to guess somewhere around, I'm thinking 8:30 is when, I can't swear that I'm going to be there, but
text me, I'll get on too.
Yeah, that's the plan. The plan is once I've put Maisie to bed, bath time's over and everything, to settle in, do a little poker. I love video poker, almost better than regular poker, because I can be nude and really high.
And it's real money. You play with your own money, and you can get paid out.
Yeah.
It's all up and up, legit, and you play with other, hopefully we can get a whole table of all BDMs.
Oh, I'm stoked. Guys, you're the best. BDMs, we love you. We'll see you Monday for BDM shows. Cut It Out comes out tomorrow morning, and we'll see you next week.